We are live.
Hello, everybody,
Ooh, we have a quest.
Hey, hey.
and welcome back
Wait, where's
to
the quest?
Ghosts of Saltmarsh, where we are on the third episode of the pre-Ghost of Saltmarsh stuff, since we're not in Saltmarsh yet. And we can pick right up into it. We are missing one Navamora rune buckle. For now, she said she will be here. She's just running a bit late from work, I would assume. And that out of the way, we return to the heroes of the Argent Oak on the blood-soaked shore of Nagradia Island, where the adventurers have just finished the slaughtering a small tribe of orcs located on the isolated island. They were brought here by a group of merfolk led by one Morodlin Butte, who was seeking to rescue a royal member of her city, Prince Almazan. The group landed in the night, but failed to escape the notice of the orc scouts on the island, who alerted the nearby village. During the ensuing fight, a strange laughter echoed in the minds of the heroes, laughter that lingers still in the minds of Orin and Mora. Now, in the aftermath, the group is surrounded by the corpses of the burnt and bloodied orcs and can see the merfolk prince, or who they would presume to be the merfolk prince, in a cage inside the village. The prince's eyes are filled not with relief at seeing his rescuers, or apparent rescuers, but with fear as his kind of crimson stained fingers are wrapped around the metal bars, and he shouts at the lot of you to leave the island. In another cage nearby, the body of a merfolk lies crumbled and unmoving. What would the heroes of the Argent Oak like to do? Sven, you are still badly wounded, as the fight has just ended. You clung to consciousness with one hit point. Or no, did you come back up with one hit point? I can't even remember now.
I was reduced with a hit of 27, and I had 28 health
Right.
left, so I was reduced to one hit point.
I was getting my nat 20s on death saves mixed up from Critical Role. Ah, amazing. All right.
It
That was tight.
was super tight.
So that is where we are at. Orin, you still got that laughter. It kind of begins to bubble down slightly as the fighting ends. Like once you're out of the fight, but it still kind of like lingers, just like bubbling in the back of your mind.
Teehee.
Yeah. I think after the fight, Oren's pretty quickly like taking his helmet off and looking to his sister to like he's kind of hyper attuned to this stuff. Like weird stuff's already been happening, right? So I think it would freak him out a lot, and I know it's freaking Mora out.
Oh yeah, we can presume more is just like, what's going on here?
I
There's laughter.
I want to say the last line of dialogue last week was Mora yelling, "All right, who's in my head?"
Yeah, there you go. She's kind of like glowering at Alua and Orin.
And then I
Can
remember then.
you
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead? Go ahead.
I was just say, Lewis turned to her and she's like, "It's not me," and she assumes it's her brother. So.
Can you remind us if the people who saved their throws also heard laughter, or they
They
heard a
did.
voice?
Very brief. Just brief laughter that kind of faded quickly. You still kind of felt that like presence back behind you guys from the
Okay.
hill to your back. But it quickly passed.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
I think.
laughing. It's still laughing. Oren says.
As one small detail, it was this thing that I forgot. But kind of to present the importance of this laughter. Orin took a second win during the last fight, which shouldn't have worked. He still has his health points because it was me who forgot. But there seems to be some sort of effect, more so than just the laughter.
Wait, who all heard the laughter in the middle of the fight? If that's what we're talking about, Katap is asking in character.
Joy's kind of, I briefly did after I blasted those orcs.
Briefly as well.
Yes, yes, normal stuff for us. You really. Let us, take care of this prisoner here, their fire might spread.
Yeah. He's still kind of like, you have to get out of here. Get out of here. Go.
Yes, I know you are in a panic. I understand. I'm assuming his cage is locked.
Do you want to move up and investigate?
I does. She does. Alua just like dances over the dead bodies and corpses.
Then we'll follow, keeping an eye out.
Go ahead and just make a, if you're looking over the lock, just make like a perception or investigation check. You can tell that it is locked, I guess, but if you want to look at it and see the details of the lock, you can make a roll.
Ooh, my perception is way better than my investigation.
Ooh. I don't think it's locked.
I mean, you've only got one hit point.
yeah. You kind of move forward. You're like, I think it's and like lurch off to the side slightly. It's locked. It doesn't necessarily look to be trapped. That would generally be more of an investigation roll. But with that higher roll, I'll say that it just looks like a fairly basic lock, and in fact, it looks like one that doesn't even require a key. It's just like a bolt system that might just require a bit of strength. Strength that the merfolk within the cage does not look to possess. He looks exhausted. As you move up and look to the side, you gather fairly quickly that the other merfolk in the cage that you're standing on is dead.
Yeah, she will hand him a ration to hopefully maybe calm him down, and then try to remove the bolt herself.
You extend your hand to him, and he just kind of like flails backwards, like pushes himself against the far cage. No! It's it. I've been taken. You need to run. He's full on panicked.
Taken by whom? For what?
He just kind of just shakes his head wildly.
Calm emotions.
Okay, what is can you link that in chat when you cast it, just the full description?
She's a little over this island, especially one that makes her brother worried, so spell like calm emotions alert her.
I'll say Mora is going to look at the corpse of the war chief. Seems like a Mora thing to do.
All right. There's something Katep is gonna try, but I can wait until after this is resolved.
No, not 3. That's not a third level spell I want to cast. Beep.
Yeah, I'll just he's not willing necessarily because he doesn't know you, so I'm gonna have him roll a save.
She'll as she's casting this and making the motions and stuff, she will introduce herself and also talk about how she was sent here by his kin to rescue him. Did you get a natural 1?
No, I got a 15 plus 1 for a 16. I'm gonna give him disadvantage if you're kind of bringing up the merfolk. So
she's bringing up all the names that I don't remember.
There's Morodlin
Anne Hathaway
was the main one, was the leader. I actually don't have the shaman's name handy in today's notes. Okay, yeah. Second roll was 6 total. Kind of after a few moments, you kind of and once the panic begins to subside, the extent of his exhaustion really begins to step in. Like this guy is like, it's borderline a miracle that he's still conscious. You can tell, you've a little bit of training. He's like, the island, it gets in your head. He's kind of like looking at you, trying to discern it, and just kind of, I can't sleep. They made me. He kind of looks past you towards the mermaid corpse, female merfolk, who's dead, and kind of, then he looks down at his fingers. He's just like horrified, and he's like slumped back against the cage.
She's gonna still try and get the lock, or look. She's gonna look over at Sven and Sven, I'm not the strongest. Do you mind helping me? If you can, I know you are injured. Badly, actually.
I will do what I can. Can I try and, I guess, just break the lock?
You don't even need to. You don't even need to break it. Like I said, it's like a bolt lock. It's looks like a sturdy thing that requires a bit of muscle, but you've got that. Alua might have needed a bit of help with her negative strength modifier, but for you, it's not a challenge.
Yeah, he'll just walk over, or walk
You got
over, like inspect it, and then just kind of give it a good yank, and I think it just like pops even out, like the whole padlock pops off. It doesn't open up; it just like breaks the bar.
if that's what you're going for, make a strength check.
Okay, well, let's find out. With an athletics,
This
or
would be more
a
just straight
straight
strength.
up and down strength. Okay.
So athletics is more like movement.
I mean,
or
Alua's
endurance, things
helping.
like
Can
that.
he get advantage, or should we roll
I
separately?
don't think this is something. How
Oh,
are you helping him yank the bar off?
I assume both of us were like
The
both
padlock.
hands. Yeah, like our hands were like on each other's and like pulling.
I don't know if you can pottery wheel and ghost pulling a thing off.
Will a 16 do it?
16. Yeah, I'll give you that.
If he doesn't, then he'll do the like spear,
I'll give
jabbing
it
at
to you
him.
on a 15. He kind of takes a few yanks, but
Or he'll do like the
not.
Captain America, smash his shield down on the lock and break it. Or
Maybe
something.
there we go. Yeah, that helps. For sure. It's definitely not high quality metal. It's somewhat rusted. As part of the difficulty. It wasn't really difficult. The lock kind of creaks off and the door swings open. It's a fairly small cage. The prince is having to he's like crouched inside of it, like 4 feet tall, sort of situation. But it works.
She'll ask, "Can you walk?"
Kind of. He doesn't look down at his fish-like lower body that is incapable of walking, but he no. He's just I don't think kind of like his eyelid he blinks rapidly.
Is
Like he's
he
struggling to stay conscious. He's
is he
not.
wounded or is he just exhausted?
Make a medicine check if you'd like.
Can we both make medicine checks then?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a Mora arriving?
22.
Wonderful.
Ooh,
We're just
nice
starting there,
medicine check.
inspecting the
16.
prince. Both of you can tell he's wearing pull up my notes again. Just to give you the full description of him, the prince is young. It's hard to discern his exact age due to the unfamiliar aspects of this aquatic race. Younger than 20 though, you'd think. He's definitely not in good health. You gather that it's just some number of days, like maybe a week or so of little to no food and no exposure to the ocean, kind of left him haggard. Skin looks rough and somewhat brittle in a way. And his clothing has the snake-like leathers and meshy fabrics that were similar to the merfolk you saw before, but they're torn in a few places. There's cuts underneath that have been poorly healed, but he's not gravely wounded. It's just in the end superficial injuries. It's just malnourishment and deep exhaustion.
Okay.
He just kind of makes a bit of a motion as if to stand, but kind of slumps back down and shakes his head.
Maybe we can make.
Go ahead.
Well, you need to be patched up. Do you mind if would you like a little bandage?
You're asking
How-
Prince?
No, I was talking to Sven.
Okay.
Sorry. How big is this prince? Is he? The mermaids are larger than human, right?
Yeah, they
Slightly
tend to be a
larger?
bit larger. He's slender but muscular. He's like 7-ish feet tall. If he's fully extended, once he kind of does manage to get out of the cage and move up, probably 6.5 feet. Given his tail has to buffer him somewhat.
In response to your question, Sven would say, much obliged, please. And I will cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on myself just to top myself up. But you can see, obviously, that the cuts seal up a little bit. But it doesn't fully heal him.
She will go ahead and use her healer's kit just to, like, when I say healer's kit, I just mean to wrap him up a little bit. It doesn't really do anything aside from that.
Yeah.
It's the aesthetic. But she'll take the whatever amount of time, see Joyce come up, explain the situation, and see, like, well, maybe we could, get some cloth and really large branches and make a it's a cot, I guess. And
Stretcher?
A stretcher of sorts.
yeah. Yes.
Just kind of just nods and looks around, kind of looks past the stockade, the burnt part of the stockade, and some of these other ones. These buildings around are not like very fanciful buildings. And it looks out to the forest and gives like a visible shudder. I can help if I could try to find something, if that's what you want. You can tell she doesn't necessarily want to go out in the forest alone.
Can I have Sven do a sweep of the buildings for medical supplies?
Certainly. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh boy, he's not good at these.
Take a bit of time to look through these.
A 12.
Villages, okay.
Yeah, he'll just like go through drawers and look for any kind of salves or potions, and then obviously like he'll probably collect a couple of sheets for bandages and stuff.
Sure. What are the other three of you doing while there?
So while all that was going on, Katep wants to try something. He'd probably look towards Orin first, just because he's known Orin the longest and knows that, and I quote, Orin hates that spooky shit. So like while that brand is still like empowered and he can't turn it off, he'd probably like put his sword away, look at Orin and go, I don't know if this is gonna help, but it's worth a shot, and cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
So it affects aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and undead. Normally you can't be possessed, but if you're already possessed, you have advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect.
Okay. This kind of you want to describe how this energy impacts, I think, settles onto Orin?
Sure. I think because the brand is still kind of empowered on his hand, he kind of reaches forward, sets his hand on Orin's shoulder, and there's this kind of visible pulse from the brand that kind of washes over Orin and settles in the chest before visibly dissipating, but the effect is there.
Okay. Fortunately, the kind of lingering laughter continues to echo in your mind, Orin. The spell doesn't seem to have had any noticeable effect right now.
What?
It feels a bit nicer.
Yeah. He gives a bit of a grunt and goes, no dice. Appreciate the thought.
It was worth a shot.
Indeed. Yeah. After that, I think Orin would give like another look. You had said last week, I don't remember the exact situation, but my eyes were drawn to the mountain.
Yeah, it's not a mountain. It's just a hill. It only rises about 300 feet at its highest point. But yeah, everybody even felt like that momentary pull back towards it. You kind of continue to feel that just that pull, that draw.
Yeah.
Both
Okay.
of us affected too, or
Both
just
of you.
Orin?
Yes. You as well.
Mora's probably staring off in that direction then, unless people mention they're doing something. She's actually probably about right here, just staring off, like trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, Orin would give it another long glance too and look back to Katep, say to Katep and Mora, or Mora was like you just said, she's kind of off on her own thing, but he'll say, let's not let our guards down either. There might be more sentries around. Out late returning to the village, and then glance over to the other three to see if they've got the mermaid out. I'm pretty confident Orin could carry the mermaid if
Oh yeah,
we
absolutely.
wanted to.
Absolutely, you could. Katap could as well. I would imagine. Excuse me. So you rolled a 12 on your investigation check. Nothing you would count as healing supplies in this village, except for as you kind of begin to move around. These buildings are very much ramshackle. Like they look like buildings on this map because it's a battle map, but they're more like huts. The only real building is the one straight in the north, nearby the cages, which looks to be the chief's building of some sort. It's actually made out of wood with like a well thatched roof, but even inside, it's not very well kept. These orcs are not necessarily the most tidy of people. You might find some like sheets. They're pretty gross though. I don't know if you'd want to use them as cleaning stuff, but you do find moving around a few like coin pouches, a small chest in the chief's hut. With a collection of money and a single red liquid vial that you would recognize as a potion of healing. And real quickly, I'll give you guys access to this loot item, and you can pull it stuff out if you'd like. Right, you should be able to click on the chest that should be on the screen now and loot it. Oh, money, as well as a few little just like valuable items I forgot to mention, which in D&D parlance are art items, just valuable things that might be able to trade along with the money.
No, you said it right. It's money.
Or keep.
Mhm.
Or keep. I mean, who doesn't need an ivory comb? And is it a sturdy statuette? You need lots of little paperweights on a ship.
Yeah, I mean it would serve as a paperweight for sure.
All right.
That's a good point.
Are you gonna pull it into your inventory since you're there?
Yeah, I guess I can loot the stuff. I can split the coins. I think by
Well,
clicking this button.
Should be able to.
yeah.
It's not doing it.
Weird.
Let me see if I got
Here,
any
I'll,
more.
I'll hit it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's necessarily working. Or wait.
It's broken.
Yeah, it doesn't
No,
look like
might
that's
go-
working. I can tell
Either
you
that
guys.
or everyone's got a lot of money.
No, we didn't. I didn't get anything.
Not a ton of money.
But if
Everyone
we
can
each
add.
clicked it 4 times.
Here, I'll just say this: everyone can add 2 platinum, 36 gold,
Oh, hold on,
57
hold on.
silver.
Wait, mine isn't. Empty.
2 hey, here, I have it up. I can just copy it down.
It was
There you
30 what? 30 what gold?
36 gold, 57 silver, and 102 copper for everyone.
Cool. Thank you.
It is just a regular potion of healing for everybody else's reference.
She's so laid down. So much weight.
And I looted all the items.
How much silver?
57.
57. Thank you.
While
And-
he's looting there, Joyce
It
had.
takes about 5 minutes to kind of move through all these buildings. I'd
Okay.
say.
I think Alua would instruct Joyce, or just ask Joyce, like, well, we don't have to go into the forest. I think we just have to find where they sleep. Just grab a bed, and kick out the stand, and then there we go.
No beds here, or the ones that are like very much in disrepair. Otherwise, it's like
I guess she's thinking more of like a cot
hay piles
where
and stuff like that.
Oh,
They don't even
hay
really
piles?
have that.
Okay.
Yeah, they more just like sleep on like sleeping rags and bags, blankets,
She'll
things like that.
she'll see that and just be like, "Oh, that's unfortunate."
You guys are having this conversation. You hear a bit of a commotion out towards the waters, and see a group of merfolk moving into the village, spears readied, led by Morodlin Boutte.
Yeah, they would show up now.
Looking about very like suspiciously after here 5 minutes after the fight.
To be fair, 2 tactical drone strikes went off in the village.
Yeah. And
I
kind of
don't know
call out,
what you mean.
Captain, seems the village is safe. Her eyes kind of quickly locate the prince.
It is the prince. Good.
Wouldn't go as far as to say they're safe. They're safe at the moment. If you're gonna do anything, do it now.
What do you
And
mean?
Mora's like, yet there's no telling how many are off in the forest. Plus, apparently your friend here is absolutely terrified of something, and I think it has something to do that way.
Rodman kind of he'd been like on the verge of like passing out, just like out of it, but this new voice kind of perks up. Or I said Morodlin, Prince Almazan, kind of. Oh, Captain Boutte, kind of slowly begins to,
Booty? Captain Booty?
Boutte,
Captain
Boutte. You guys
Captain
did.
Booty.
Yes. The DM's eternal bane of can't name anybody anything.
Yeah.
But he kind of begins to move over. You gather that this is, the prince. He recognizes these people. He seems grateful to see them, at least. Does kind of, yes, there's something on this island. There's some curse. It's in my head. And she kind of, Morodlin directs a few of her merfolk to move and assist the prince. She kind of just looks around at the group. Well, we won't be staying. We'll be returning to the ocean.
Wish you the best of luck with that.
Hi. Best of luck. We've got something to take care of here.
Gives a long nod. Turns and gestures for one of her aides, who steps forward and pulls out this seaweed kelp bag. Unties it, pulls out a few very they look kind of like coral rocks or something like that, not gemstones, but they're gorgeous. They're like smooth, polished, like pinks and yellows, kind of just showing it to you before putting it back in and offering it to somebody. Okay.
Saw pink. She's all about it.
And then she also reaches down and draws the rapier that she has, which is covered with some of the same pretty stones on the hilt, but the blade itself is this pale bluish material with barnacles and stuff growing across parts of it. She turns it around and in her hand where she's holding it by the blade and extends it as well. She says, "This is a gesture of our thanks, repayment for your actions."
Thank you. She'll take the rapier and put next to hers, I guess.
Okay. Should see another. Should see her token there. You can loot it.
Okay. I sees it. Oh, that's the camera.
Ooh, it's a +1.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Very nice.
Wow. It's all worth it, guys. Look, we did a good thing, and we got a good thing for it. I mean,
Ooh,
the satisfaction of
while
helping
we're
a
at
friend.
it.
But
fuck yeah.
So pretty.
fuck yeah, rocks.
Now that since you brought up a
Hey,
weapon,
more paperweights.
Be sure to read the description of
can
that.
Orin grab the chief's axe? He had a big two-handed axe, right?
Yeah, he had a great axe.
Yeah, Orin's gonna grab it. If anybody's looking at him, he's gonna mention, "Oh, Devrin needs a bigger weapon." Devrin's our muscular bosun officer.
Oh,
fights
right.
with little weapons, yeah.
Will remind you guys that certain weapons are classified as harder to wield than others.
Oh yeah.
And a great axe definitely would require some sort of training to not chop off your hand with.
Yeah, no, it's definitely more of a ribbing thing. Orin's poking him, yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think
The
before they leave though,
okay, go for it.
before they leave, I think Alua would open the other cage and would you like to take your fallen?
Yeah, I guess some of the other merfolk had noticed that and kind of had been moved
Okay.
forward as well. Murodlin nods at you, kind of comes over to look. Gianna Laz, who's a good escort, but I suppose not good enough. He just looks over to the prince. Um, this yeah, like there's like this vicious wound in her chest. You can see like her chest has been opened up. Pretty grisly to look at. Two of the merfolk move forward to pick up the body.
Mm-hmm.
Well committed to Adro.
Are there any local legends of a creature or person around this area that's
We
I
aren't
suppose
local.
Oh, I see.
The
Anyone that's
prince
local
was
around?
traveling from the north down to back to our city. He was a representative to another village, city, I suppose, but nothing so grand as our home. Um, I'm not aware. There's occupants of the ocean, but none that we're on friendly terms with.
And nothing strikes you as possibly female, laughs in your head.
Amazon kind of gives just when they made me kill her. They worshipped her, Devasia. And I never saw
Devasia.
anything. They took the others up to the hill, and they never returned.
Devasia.
I want to be gone from here. He's kind of sad. He's kind of looking to the Morodlin.
As you should. As so do we. But apparently we have to take care of this hill.
Well,
Be well.
Orin puts a hand on Alua's shoulder. Well, it's a good thing we're proper heroes, then, eh? And he
Yes,
bids the
brother.
merfolk away.
Proper
They
heroes.
give a small bow, but most of the merfolk have now turned to quickly getting the prince off the beach and back in the water. Unless anybody wants to stop them for any further comments or questions, they depart.
Oh, all right. So, loot the houses?
It's already done by Sven.
Yeah. So, is this fresh water in the middle here?
That is a fire pit.
That's a fire pit. Okay. Much.
Ash.
It's like giving off light too. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the bonfire you guys saw it burn down into embers. It's still
Okay.
reasonably hot, but
I'm assuming the spirit guardians have dropped by now.
yeah.
Will this have constituted a short rest
Not at
for
this
those
point. You
not
guys could
participating
choose
in
to.
those?
It's been about 10 minutes at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just about to say, yeah, maybe we should have a short rest here. Like
Well, do we rest
4 to 5.
here, or do we just get back to the boat and rest on the boat?
Boat is
I think-
docked out. You guys rowed in.
Well, who's in good shape? We could send somebody. We could send Joyce. Oh, okay. I was gonna say we could send Joyce back to the ship to let them know what we're doing. But
Wait,
I
what are we
kind of want
doing?
her here.
Well, didn't we have
We
to
gotta take
walk
her back,
past?
yeah.
Didn't we dock our rowboats on the other side of the hill from where we're at?
Close to the hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So we'd be sending Joyce past the haunted hill to row a boat herself back to a bigger boat.
Wait,
No,
why?
Joyce
Sorry,
is
what
bad.
are we
She'd
doing?
fly.
They wanted to contact the boat.
No. Chinny says we've got stuff to do here, though.
Well, we
No,
got to
deal
figure
with
out what's.
the
Yeah.
hill. Yeah, I think is what he's
Did we?
mentioning.
I
Well,
don't
yeah.
know. Let me tell you.
I guess so. So that. Sorry, go ahead.
If you want a wizard with the ability to cast a fireball, with a laughing voice in our head that might make her go crazy like that gentleman that just left.
Well, and spooky shit never just
Does
leave
this,
it. Gets
Alex?
worse. It always gets worse.
would I be able to tell whether this is a curse of some sort or whether it is an effect of some other nature?
Um, there's no visible signs on it. I'll say, if you'd like, there's no visible signs, which tends to mean a curse of some sort. Like a disease tends to be, doesn't get transmitted by killing people, things like that.
Right.
Um, if you'd like, you are a follower of a goddess of peace, kind of internal certainty, and this effect does seem to be having some impact on that. I'd allow you, if you'd like, to use a spell slot to kind of discern, kind of use the power of Eldath to discern some facets of this affliction.
Any spell slot, or will the spell slot affect
Um,
it?
it would the spell slot would this would just be a diagnosis sort of thing, using your magical energies to try to figure out some natures of it. The more powerful the spell slot, the more information I'd give you.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you like. But I mean, yeah, if it's not a curse specifically, it's acting like it. It's something's going on here.
Right. I guess I'm trying to find, like, is this something that can be removed with remove curse, or
Remove curse states that it removes all curses.
but if this is just the effects of a vengeful god, then that would not work.
Also,
Um.
some like there's only so much. Like sometimes that spell might not work on every curse. Like if the curse says it's not removed by remove curse, which is a thing some
I'll
curses
say
say.
5e things, right? Hashtag 5e things.
Well,
Um.
always the more specific rule.
Yeah.
Like how some things can't be cured with lesser restoration, even though they're one of the
Yeah.
effects, if they're a powerful enough effect.
Um. Okay. Yeah, I guess don't have a whole lot if we plan to do more fighting. I don't want to blow spell slots per se. How does this work? Could I expend its channel divinity for it?
No, I'd say a spell slot better exemplifies this sort of things.
Okay, I'll spend a level 1 spell slot then.
Okay. Hopefully this works, and this GM secret block doesn't fail to show you. I'm gonna give you a journal entry.
Okay. Journal.
It'll be at the very top.
Aha, I
Nagradia's
think I
curse.
just saw it pop up. Okay.
And hopefully you don't see you just see like one paragraph.
I
Not
see one paragraph and 4 bullet points.
wonderful. Perfect. That's
Okay.
exactly what you should see. So we'll say as you kind of move over, who do you want to like use this diagnosis on? More just for flavor. Actually, I'd say you could like pull them both in, maybe.
Yes,
Just
I'll
sit
have
between
them.
them.
You two, come closer, please. This laughing in your heads. If you
Kind
can
of
sit in front of me, and he'll like basically sit in a like not a powwow circle with them, but he'll sit in a circle
love
with them and
triangle.
and just kind of
Yeah, you give
effectively
this.
meditate near them, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of do this and call on Eldath, who you feel that like that spiritual energy that she's granted you kind of expand your senses, and your point of reference begins to change. Kind of feel your spirit kind of moving to encompass the two of them, and you immediately do feel that there is some sort of affliction on them, a curse of some sort. It has this like darkish green, kind of like oddly organic feel to it, like not rotted plants, but just like like a healthy swamp almost, which is strange. Kind of feel this eerie nature kind of clinging to them, and this laughter kind of bubbles back out. And notice like this distinct like hissing quality to the voice. Um, and you discern the effects of the spell, or of this curse rather, kind of are left
Does
feeling gross in the aftermath. But
so you guys after this will just hear Sven whisper, Nagradia's curse. Does that
Sorry, do you want
name
to say that
ring
a
any?
little slower?
Nagradia's curse. Um, he'll like mutter that to himself as he's learning this. Does that name mean anything to Orin?
nah.
I was.
That's the name of the island,
It's the
right?
name of the
Yeah.
island. I can't remember if I've discerned like if you know it above table or not, but it's the name of the island.
Okay.
Otherwise, it has certainly nothing that you guys know of. Actually, I'll allow Mora. You can make a history check. It's a very high DC.
Oh,
27.
Whoa.
In your face.
They're taunting you, not me.
Alua was taunting. Everyone else was just surprised at the results.
Sorry.
You don't. It doesn't necessarily mean anything to you. You're kind of pulling more on the etymology of the word itself, kind of going back to studies, especially arcane studies, and something about the name, just just a weird connection. It's nothing you've strictly heard of before. You've never heard the term Nagradia, but the structure of it, the location of it, you're drawn back to some of the very, very kind of proto civilizations on the continent that would become Farron. This is the continent of I don't have the name of it written down, but it was the continent, kind of the Pangea of Toril, before the continents were split in the first Sundering. It sounds Sarukian, Sarrukh, which is one of the earliest known civilizations. In fact, the earliest recorded civilization in Toril, that began the process of studying magic and the effects of Mistra and the Weave. Uh, they were a partially subterranean society that used a lot of experimentation with transmutation magic, so nothing that'd be necessarily recognizable in the current age. This is a legendary civilization. There's just something about it that tickles your mind. They were a snake-like race.
Snakes equal evil.
All right.
I'll say with that too, like not like a long extinct race, but the creators of like the Yanti and Nagas, supposedly. Legends say.
Great. Wonderful. Not entirely certain how much merit we can put into all of this, but supposedly, and this is a big stretch, I'm not entirely certain if my brain's working right, and this laughter is going to make me go a little nuts. Gradia, the island's old. Like Saruchian old. Saruchians are said to be the ones that created the Yonti.
Well, so like that's not ever good.
Not entirely.
Is that Chinny or Orin?
Both.
Orin. He knows enough about the
I'll-
Yuan-Ti to know they're bad news.
Yeah.
I'll say this much. I'm probably one of the better ones to deal with them. Being what I am and my resistances and all.
Well, Captain, from what I can discern, This curse, it will slowly exhaust you. You will find rests not so replenishing. I may have the ability to remove it, but if it's far more potent beyond my abilities, it might be best to find a way to break it naturally. I would need the day to prepare the spell to remove it, but if we're willing to wait that time, we can. Or we can try to move and break it before perhaps it worsens. I only have a limited knowledge of the spell, of the curse.
Orin will nod and look over at Mora since they're like sitting together, and say, "Well, you used a lot of spells back there. I think we need to take the day before we go charging into the next fight.
To be
Regardless."
perfectly honest with you, I sit down for, roughly an hour and I can get most of my spells back. None of the important ones, but most of them.
Gorby, I
All right.
feel compelled to mention that she is describing a short rest.
Yeah. As I mentioned, Mora, you may find that these our rests do not replenish you as much as you might expect
Her
while
face
you
is
are
just gonna very
afflicted.
slowly fall. Are you telling me right now that I Mora goes from looking annoyed to pissed off. Fine. But we're not leaving until we figure out what here has caused it.
Yeah.
I agree. But perhaps it might be best to return to the ship for safety's rest overnight and then see
I'm not.
if my spells can't help us in the morning.
I'm
I
not.
agree.
I'm not entirely sure what'll happen if I leave the island.
Well, there's only one way to find out, eh?
That is true. I suppose we could make camp in this village. I don't know if there's returning warbands, given that an alarm was sounded, but this island is not too large. They must have returned by now.
Has
I
anybody been
think
trying to keep watch for something like that?
If they're coming from the direction of the hill, Mora would notice them. Otherwise, nah.
Katep will keep watch while this diagnosis is going
Yeah.
on.
Alua
Heck,
wouldn't.
out of curiosity, is their boat still here, or would it not be visible?
Yeah, there's like it's actually I have a dock here on this map, but I realized they didn't have a dock. They just pulled like this long ship up. It's like think like a Viking boat kind of situation that they've
Cool.
pulled onto the beach. Yeah, still there.
What
Make a
condition?
perception
Like,
check.
is it a?
Reasonably good
Okay.
condition. It's seaworthy for sure.
Is it gross? Like they're orcs. Is it
Not
gross?
super gross.
Okay.
Probably a little bit of like unclean goop in like the keel, I think it's called, the bottom of it. Like it's not like pleasant per se. Like they probably don't clean off the mold as regularly as most people would, but
Okay.
it's not revolting. It's actually not as bad as their homes, for whatever that says about them.
Yeah.
Says that the
Alua
water
would-
naturally helps take care. Sorry,
The water naturally takes
Yeah.
care of what?
the boats,
Mm.
where they don't care so much about their living spaces.
What
Sure.
does Katep have to say? Should we stay and rest?
Go ahead and make a perception check, Katep, if you want to be
Oh.
keeping an eye on the
Oh yeah,
forest.
you're keeping an eye.
This checks out.
You don't. I mean, it's been about, we'll say at this point, about 20 to 30 minutes since the fight broke out. You haven't seen anything or heard anything yet.
And like horns or trumpets or something were blown, right?
Yeah, there was a war horn
War.
signaled at the village itself.
So okay, Orin's gonna spitball something real quick. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't like the idea of leaving this island with whatever is in my head for the next, group of pirates to land and become influenced and start roaming the seas, killing people. Proper hero would take care of the source, the root cause. And yeah, I still have my second win. Orin's more or less ready to go still. So if
You
we
used your
wanted to
second
take a
win.
short rest, I'm still up. No, I didn't. A second, no, I meant action surge. I still have my action surge. Yeah. If we wanted to take a short rest and just go and see if we can kill it, because now transitioning to the player, the main reason to do a long rest would be to get so that Sven can relearn his spell list, right?
Yeah, it would be so I can prepare remove
Essentially,
curse.
and he's also told us a short rest is not going to work for the two of us, Jenny. We don't get short rests, really. Or they're useless to us right now.
Yeah, but I mean everybody else could use one.
Yeah,
Like Sven needs to heal up.
I would love a short rest. I'm not afflicted. When I could just pop some hit dice and I'd be ready to rock and roll. I've got enough spell slots and channel. I've got both my channel divinities left, and so
And so then I guess we turn to the others, Katep and Alua. What do you guys say?
Not a huge fan of leaving whatever this is here, but at the same time, I don't want everyone to go charging into something we're not prepared of just because I don't like what's happening.
Well, that a long rest.
Alua,
Sorry, go ahead, Alua.
no, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
Alua just goes over and picks up like still a flamed piece of wood and it's like, I'm ready to burn the village and the hill. Let's burn the hill.
Not certain burning the hill's gonna work the way you think there.
And maybe
No.
maybe the scorched earth tactics are last resort, not the first thing we try.
Just
Particularly
giggles.
given we can, hide a bit within the barricade here. There's only, one part that's partially burned down. More just grins at it.
Alright, then in the morning we shall burn the hill.
Not the morning. I think we're just gonna sit down long enough for Sven to get
Or
his
then
wits
in
back about
2
him.
hours we shall burn the hill.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I like your
The hill.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll find out what's in the hill, and then maybe burn the
Potentially
hill.
burn it.
Yeah, there might be a burn.
I've got one
The
more left
village
for
might
me.
get burned so that a bunch of orcs don't show up and just decide to live in this pre-built village
Yeah. Yeah.
and then start being pirates and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
However, how long
We
do we
don't
tell
have
the
to-
bolt doesn't go sitting around? 24 hours, eh?
well, so we do have people with sending. We could instruct them. I think if we're gonna go in, we could probably. I'll do it in care. Oren could look to Alua and say, "Can you have Zerosh send a couple, like pulling close to the island, send a couple swimmers to get the rowboats from the other side, and send some sailors to come and collect this longboat."
Actually, begin to see now that even more time has passed. The ship is actually sailing like at a distance, a bit more around the island, potentially attracted by the fireballs that went off and the lightning bolt that flashed through. See, they gather.
Yeah.
Fight probably happened.
Well, we had instructed them to go
Make a bit
in
of-
sight of the city so that the orcs would leave to like chase the ship.
Yeah,
so,
they're kind of
yeah.
in the process of that. You can't necessarily see them at the distance that they're more like spyglass distance. But the ship is like kind of slowly pulling around towards the.
We could just make ourselves visible from the water in front of the bonfire, and they'd see us with the spyglass, presumably.
I mean, yeah, sure, but we have sending at our disposal.
Third level spell. Sending is. I think that's why the wizard, the magic users might be a bit reticent if there's a fight to be had.
She sends
Right. Okay.
She sends the message. Her brother asked her. She's gonna do it. Gotta obey
Okay.
the captain, right? She's that person.
Well,
captain's orders.
Captain orders. She'll say, "Mission accomplished." What was the rest?
Well, no, actually, no. Hang on. Katepa's right. We just need to get some of them here so that we could give out instructions,
Anyone good with
right?
smoke signals?
So just, yeah, we could just, if we could flag them down, get them to send a couple strong swimmers ashore, because they could get close enough to the island to swim. They did it all the time.
Sure.
Because we
We'll
have all
say
the rowboats.
Sure. We'll say across this can all happen across a short rest. Um, Everyone but Mora and Orin can take one. As you guys, would either of you guys like try to take a short rest? Like try to sit down and bandage up and meditate, things
Oh,
like that.
no.
Mora would. It is in her nature. She wants her spells back. She's gonna try.
Yeah. So as you kind of do sit down and such, kind of like part of the short rest is like the meditation, the arcane recoveries, the meditation and clearing your mind. Just like this laughter just continue like begins to like spring back louder and louder till it's almost physically painful. And there's like this static sound kind of echoing in your ears, and you just absolutely cannot focus past it. Make a um, make a wisdom saving throw for me, just for fun. Fun, my fun. DC's just a 10. Okay. Yeah, it's just static and
Cool.
stuff. That's all you gather from it.
Could Alua do something while they're taking their short rest?
Of course. Of course.
Alua goes over to her brother and just asks, but through the mind link, can you still hear me?
Yeah. It's coming through just
Yeah,
fine.
sure can.
And there's and I can't hear what afflicts you, so this is strange. I don't like it. That was it.
That's why. That's why we're gonna go take care of it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. We're gonna burn the hill.
At least kill what's hiding in it. Um. Well, since Orin can't take a rest. If he was told he couldn't, then he wouldn't try. He would like go directing sailors and stuff.
You know,
Is
about
there?
half. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask because our sailing ship needs a minimum of 20 crew to
It's a
sail, right?
minimum of 10 crew to be functional.
Okay. Okay. Functions best at 20, you said, and we have
It
29
begins
crew
it
plus
begins to
officers.
suffer under, or wait, maybe it only needs like 5, maybe. I can't even fully remember. Work functions best at 20, yeah. Anything other is mechanically superficial.
Okay. And so, do you have the numbers for it? What
Yeah, I can
would the longship need? Could we take off a handful, like 6 or 7 sailors, to bring the longship with us?
get to it real fast. I can pull that up. We will say, like, during this rest, Flood, your surgeon, who is a water genasi, and definitely the best swimmer of the group because he's a fucking water genasi. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
breathe air. He kind of lands ashore and obviously realized that it's safe. Gathers the situation, and the ship is thusly informed.
Let me pull up my list of names.
The long ship requires. It actually requires 20 to move it effectively. Since it's mostly ore based, you could probably get by with fewer, but it'd be slow going and a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 would be the optimal amount. for reference, your all ship is about 100 feet long. The long ship is about 70. Still, a pretty big ship, but not quite as big as
Yeah.
yours. It certainly sits lower in the water and such. It's only one. There's not decks. It's just the ship.
Orin
Yeah.
wants a
I
Viking
just
longship, doesn't he?
hate the idea of leaving it behind. We could take it and sell it.
It would be, with the number of people you have, it would be risky. Like if you
Yeah.
were hit by pirates or something, you guys, it'd be very hard to operate either ship.
So I'm thinking maybe we just strip it for any good materials so that we have some repair materials on our ship and scuttle it. Don't want any other pirates moving in and
Works for
roaming
me.
the seas.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, other than that, he would probably send some sailors to walk across the island to get the rowboats, get that handled and taken care of. Hopefully, they don't get attacked by orcs.
Why are they taking our means of getting off this bloody thing with?
Well, they would bring the rowboats back here to us because we
All
are.
right, all right. As long
I
as I'm
guess
not
yeah,
getting
if we're heading that way.
all I'm
I'm not
saying
sure
is,
where we're going.
last time you said, why don't we just walk on this? What? No, no, in a boat, not in the water. No.
What?
Last time you
Yeah,
suggest we get here by walking because we have water breathing, and Maura was like, no.
yeah,
She's like, I refuse.
yeah.
As long as you're not taking my boat away, fine. It's cool. It's great.
Yeah, no, I just meant to like get everything re-centralized back where we are. Uh, but I guess if we're going to the hill, the rowboats could stay there, and we take them when we leave the hill.
Aye.
You're right.
But I would say halfway through that short rest, Maura would be sitting there with her book trying to focus, and anyone with even a little bit of passive perception would just see her getting more and more frustrated until she looks like she's getting ready to throw her book, but she's not that dumb.
Yeah, kind of Joyce Dazzlinter steps over at some point. Like, is there anything I can do to help?
Not unless you know a way to make the buzzing stop.
I don't. I could
Then I appreciate your offer, lass, but no.
I could try to ask the Blackstaff.
We already bother her enough with everything.
Oh,
For once, I want to do something on my own.
don't think she thinks of it as a bother, but okay. And that way I can save it for. I guess I'm going with you. You all to the hill?
I mean, we'd love for you to, but if you want to go back,
I don't really
Yes,
know
señor
what I
President.
want. I'm not as heroic as all of you all, but I'll go. She did say it was to. Guess I need to get used to this sort of thing. I'm going to be a real wizard.
aye.
Yeah.
I'm a proper
Blackstaff
wizard,
has
mate.
wizard.
What was that, Sven? All right. Well, like I said, the short rest concludes successfully. The crew, given whatever orders, you just want them to kind of be ready, and you guys go get the longboats when you're done, when you're over at the hill, or do you want them to go
Yeah.
ahead and march across the island and do it?
No, we'll let them just strip this long ship and get back to our ship.
Sure. A few other sailors eventually swim out and set to work. Say Slate. Reaches the beach as well, and they'll just kind of take the effort. I guess at one point Slate would just turn over and say, "Do you want us to burn all of this?"
Yeah. Yep. Orc made, it's nothing good comes out of this thing.
That's fucking true. It spits off to the side. All
Maybe
right.
we should do a once around, make sure we scouted absolutely everything in this village / whatever. Just to
Sure.
make sure.
Could have the boys, look around a bit if you'd rather get about what you're doing. Spooky shit.
I hate spooky shit.
It's the fucking worst.
What's odd is
Got
that
that
this
right.
place is supposed to be a raiding village. There's not much booty.
Well,
least what I would conceive as plunder.
Maybe they weren't raiding for gold.
oh, don't say it like that.
Oh, terrible pirates. Let's go.
Don't
Bloody
say it like
pirates.
that. Slade's just kind of like rubbing his arms, like, oh, it's fucking bad. They want off this island. They want nothing to do with it, but obviously they're here because the captain's here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll go take care of that. You go be. Sorry.
All right. Any other preparation you guys want to make before heading out?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
All right. Well, then
Nope,
what's the
Mora's
plan?
ready to grumpily head towards the hill.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Could I borrow a knife off of anybody? Dagger.
Or for what?
I want to carve some steaks.
Some steaks?
Yes,
Why?
just in case.
In case we meet something with a steak-based weakness?
Yes. You never know, brother. You never know when someone just comes up at you and you're like, ah, here's a steak in the hearts, you know? Just, you have to be
No,
prepared.
I have a hammer for that.
And I'm
You
afraid
can
I've
actually
only got
lift the hammer.
Aye, and you've got a pretty new rapier there, lass.
I do, but I can only use one at a time, anytime. Oh, whatever, let's just go.
Like I've still got some javelins if you want that. They're basically just already a stake with a pointy end on it.
Bit of metal. The end of most javelins.
You
Yeah.
mean like a
That's what
steak
he
that you
said,
would
a
stab in
steak
the
with a
ground?
pointy end on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, wooden steak, not a not a meat steak.
Well, you
She
should
wants to
make
carve some
steak.
orc steaks.
Anything but bacon.
Only by stabbing this sirloin steak through the heart can this foe be vanquished.
Just slap him with a slab of meat. Oh no, my weakness! Medium rare!
30 points of radiant damage.
To me. All right.
All right, so with a little bit of joking, the heroes leave the village with a laugh on their lips, not knowing the incredible danger they're heading into.
Probably nothing. You guys leave. The forest of the island is heavy without being really dense. The trees are plentiful. Make it a slow advance towards the distant, not really so distant hill. Especially since there doesn't seem to be a trail that you guys have, at least none that you guys quickly see at a cursory glance. But the jungle falls short of being a true jungle. It certainly doesn't match the sort of stories you all have heard about Chult. It isn't a long walk. Anybody who's proficient in nature can make a roll for me.
All right. Let me just
I'm
get
only
my token
proficient
sheet
in
up.
book shit.
DC 18.
Oh, I'm 10 away.
Just 10 away.
Hang on.
So
Let me roll.
Anybody else proficient in nature?
I am.
Negative.
One sec. I want to. There we go.
Now, I don't want to be the bearer of
Nice.
bad news, Ellie, but you are proficient in nature.
Oh, I forgot. She never uses it.
Damn. Know the shit out of nature. Books, yo.
All right.
Alright. Well,
Fuck yeah.
so, Lauren, as the group begins to proceed across the about half a mile journey, you do begin to notice something strange. You kind of, focuses forward, alert for any orcs and the like, but you do begin to spot this, just what initially looked just like a root, like a weed, sort of, growing along the ground, repeating here and there, just like things do. It isn't easy to recognize, but once you're kind of close to the base of the hill, you begin to think that this root isn't a collection of different plants, but one singular plant. You've never seen any real ends of it, and it kind of threads through, going under the dirt a bit, crawling along the surface predominantly, and it seems to be getting a little bit more dense as you've neared the hill itself.
I think once coming to that realization, because Alua and Orin are both trained because of Darwin's long lessons and stuff, right? So assuming that Orin would just kneel next to it, ask his sister, have you seen anything like that? What is this? And he might, you say it's got flowers on it?
No flowers that you see at this point. Just like this thin root. One other detail, though, as you guys have been, you and Mora, as you guys have been approaching this village, there's just been this kind of slow kind of pulse in the back of your mind, just like very slight, that might be like growing into a headache sort of thing. And with that roll, as incredibly high as you rolled, you've picked up that it's matching your footfalls, and you gather it might be where you're stepping on this route. There seems to be some sort of like it's like pulsing in the back of your head, like you can feel the impacts.
You know, when I jokingly said it's not the island, maybe it is the island. Could it be the whole island?
I'm sorry, what are you on about?
So you can feel that in your head if it hurts.
Well, as they're walking, he'll like tap his armor now that Mora's paying attention so that she might pick up the rhythm of it as well and notice that it's matching our footfalls.
Yeah, not like perfectly. It's perfectly matching your feet when you step on this route. You've deduced. So it's not covering literally the entire island. Like there are patches, like there are sections where it's not coded, but it does. It seems to be by and large across the majority for sure.
Staruchians were known for their transformative ways. They were
The
also
whole
subterranean.
island?
I think if this route runs through the whole island.
Aye, as I said, they're, again, subterranean. We're gonna find a way in. We're just looking for a hole in the ground to find it, whatever is deeper within.
And on that note, the hill that you've kind of reached, you've reached the base of it by the time you guys piece these realizations together. The hill is devoid of tree cover. It's just got like large bushes and stuff like that on it. And at this point, you've noticed off about like 300 yards, maybe not quite that far, maybe like 100 yards rather, off to a side, there was like a narrow trail that snakes up through the jungle and up towards the hill. The hill isn't like challengingly steep, even though it rises swiftly. You see, as you kind of trace this path up through the bushes, a pair of torches sticking out of the shrub. They're unlit. They're like tiki torch kind of things, but a like dark opening slightly into the side of the cave, about 150 feet, about halfway up the hillside.
The prince said that the others were taken to the hill and didn't come back.
You thinking sacrificial pit?
I don't think they were raiding for gold. I think they were raiding to appease whatever's down there.
More and Orin, Skatep says this, you kind of hear this. Yes.
You say that and Mora just gives that shudder of, can get out of my head. Apparently it's making people, the orcs made whatever it was kill the other one, eh? Wants more than just whatever they're bringing, it wants sacrifices and blood. And kind of look over to Lua. Probably a good thing you mentioned they take that with them, otherwise corpse might have ended up below and who knows what new fucked up thing they're trying to make.
So we burn the hill, right?
Alright, Alua, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but we'll keep fire as plan B if we get in there and it's a giant plant monster.
I'm telling you, actually, it's really looking like it might get an upgrade soon.
We'll just turn this into a show where it's like island restoration.
How do you start an island restoration? Burn it down.
All right. So what's the plan? You guys are at the base of the hill. You've noticed this cave. What are you
Yeah.
guys doing?
I think Oren would say, "We've just figured out a few things, and I don't like any of them." And that's when I like the image of him usually carrying his helmet around like a football player would carry his helmet. And this is when he lifts it up and puts his helmet on.
Okay.
And
Are we going to make any attempt at all to go in there with even just the slightest little attempt at stealth?
Katep looks at all of us in our heavy, loud, clanking armor.
I agree. And Mora shakes her chainmail or her
Scale
scale mail.
I
Yeah.
think
I agree.
Sven leans his staff over and taps Orin on the helmet and says, I think with the whatever this is in your head, I don't think the element of surprises are in our favor.
But that doesn't mean everything down there is in our head. That doesn't mean there's not other things in our way. Hence why I was thinking maybe the two of them. Or why'd I have to be the only wizard in the world that wears medium armor?
Hey,
I
You
know,
just
I
want a
did it to
sneaky
myself.
party.
you did it to yourself.
I
When,
know.
I
when,
think I feel friggin' 18 AC minimum AC in this party or whatever it
Hey,
is.
16.
Oh, that's so much better for me.
we're chunk.
All right, guys, make the short
At
climb.
the very least, I'm going in first.
Yeah. No, me.
Wait, what?
No,
I'll
me.
go in.
All right. Those with the ability to see in the dark. That's more what I meant. The rest of you are going to need a light of some sort. If we go first,
I think
they hear us,
Katep,
but
Katep and Sven can't see in the dark.
Yeah. Though, as you're saying that, Katep is untwisting his arcane focus from his the little bracelet thing and casting light on his shield.
yeah, more just grins at that. Like,
All right.
Sven will Gandalf style put a light on the tip of his spear.
right.
Yeah.
Everybody's lit up.
Alua
And
also
prepared.
has the lantern that she can be like, whoop.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget
Actually,
that lantern
perhaps you go
gives you
first, because-
10 hit points when you slay humanoids. When anybody slays humanoids, it's in the radius. So
There
against
was a
orcs.
lot.
there's a lot.
yeah,
There's a lot.
There
we're
was a
all
lot.
screwed out of that.
Good thing nobody got hit but me.
Orin
I
got
know.
hit. Orin got hit.
Well, I guess could he take it now?
Oh yeah.
No. Way too long after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
One
literal
moment,
hour.
Alua. Doesn't your lantern within a certain within the brightness of the light offer a... The fuck does it offer again? Didn't I identify the fucking
I
thing?
guess I've identified it. It's predominantly against fiends and undeads, I believe, that it offers
Yeah.
benefits.
Could've
Oh, and it
sworn
like shreds
also,
their
like,
damage resistance or something, right?
not
Shreds
just
their
that,
damage
but didn't it, like,
resistance.
show... I could have sworn it showed something else.
I
Alright.
believe it shows like it reveals people's true forms or something like that.
Like reveals if they're shapeshifters.
Can't remember. Yeah, I think something like that.
What can you link the item, Alua?
While the lantern's on first, you can see anything within the light's bright light as if you had true sight.
That's what I'm on about.
And how does
Perhaps
true
I'm
sight
wrong
work?
with those
So
things.
illusions and shapeshift. You can see the true form of shapeshifters and just see through illusions.
That's only
In the bright light,
her.
hence I'm saying,
That's only Alua who gets those benefit. That
Right.
benefit.
doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying her and Orin maybe go first instead.
That's why I was like,
More is conceding going first for the one that can potentially see, like, she knows what sort of creepy crawlies hang out down here that want to look like stalagmites but ain't stalagmites. Nah, fuck that. Alua, go first.
Well, Orin, with Alua right
Fine,
beside or
yeah.
behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
like the I forgot the person that rows the boat to bring people to their doom or to hell, to Hades. She will.
The ferryman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Charon?
the ferryman, Kieran. Yes.
Charon.
Yeah, she'll hold it
So,
out.
that note. Kind of discussing marching order. You guys.
Katep will hang out in the back to make sure that we don't get jumped.
Yeah, I think Sven will be there with him too.
Alright, so
Mage is in the middle. Mage is
each in the middle. Joyce next to Mora.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask if Joyce wanted to borrow the coral rapier. I don't know if she
I
can.
she kind of offer it to her. Like I was a little bit pale. No. I'm good. I'm really good. Never. I mean, I've held swords before. I'm not a dummy. But I
Roasted.
wouldn't have an idea how to use that.
Pointy end goes in the bad guy.
Right,
Basically,
but see, you say that, Onan. Typically, my strategy is lightning and goes in the bad guy, and I feel like that's probably more effective for me.
Hey, I'm a big fan.
Wonderful. We'll stick with that then. As you guys approach this tunnel, it's not a very large tunnel whatsoever. It is about 3 feet wide, 5 to 7 feet tall in places. Um, you guys do notice that route that Orin identified, like funnels into the entrance. It is more
Yep.
dense as it proceeds downwards. Um, and more in Orin as you guys kind of get close to like where the unlit torches are. You feel this cold shiver run down your spine, and the laughter kind of gives this long, eerie sigh. Calls out, "Hello there, little morsels. I welcome you to Nagradia. Vicious little mortals, hadn't you heard the tales? Let's speak plainly. Come down here, and we'll discuss the burdensome meaning of the word destiny." But turns into laughter.
I think Mora would probably stop mid-stride, so Joyce probably bumps into her. Going and looks over. You hear that, Orin?
Yeah.
I don't know what this bitch going on about destiny for. But apparently it looks like she's willing to speak first rather than us having to go down, throwing magic around. Well, and I kind of motion between Joyce and I when I say throwing magic around.
Orin might, for the first time, actually try to mentally respond and
Okay.
say, "Don't worry, we're coming."
I like it when they fight. It makes the meat that much sweeter.
Did I hear that too?
Yep.
Hey, yeah,
No.
you might see that the red glow from behind Orin's helmet kind of swivels towards Mora when she says that. And he'll mentally say to Mora, just because of like the distance between them, so he'll talk to her mind and be like, Darwin showed me a plant once when we were sailing. When he put a piece of meat on it, it clamped up and ate it.
Very well.
This
Can't say I'm very aware of the type, but I've read enough about it.
we might be dealing with one of those left or transformed by magic.
Are you actually talking to the thing?
No, he lies. He kind of lies, but he lies in a way that Mora knows he's lying.
Right.
No. Comes the voice after Orin's.
I cannot stand having voices in my head.
Don't worry. They won't be there long.
It's good to come to terms
I
with
mean,
your own death. And then speak up. All right, we need to move.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like the tiniest bit, Orin will pinch his fingers together to show like the tiniest bit over his shoulder, be like,
Yeah.
tiniest bit intimidated, and keep leading the way.
All right. The descent down into this tunnel is made difficult by the tunnel's narrow width and its steep, winding descent. It's never so challenging. You need to seriously consider stopping, but the height and bulk of Ktep, Orin, and Sven, and the rather stout build of Mora present difficulties that extend the duration, traveling downwards into the first minutes crawl by. You begin to slowly work down, bit by bit. But this tunnel goes hundreds of feet into the earth. You can see at the beginning in the densely packed earth, like white roots of the shrubs above, but also that same greenish root seems to be growing just a little bit thicker and here and there. Again, it's not uniform. It does seem like a natural plant, like acting as some plants do, but it's getting denser and webbing parts of the walls and such. Um, but Alua and Mora, with your high passive perceptions and investigations, two of you do notice a pair of hard to spot irregularities in the tunnel. Here, about 150 feet down into it, there's some signs that this tunnel isn't naturally formed. Some of that's obvious. It seems like in certain places it's been like the dirt has been widened. Like you can see like the debris on the in the tunnel floor and such. But more you trace the turns of the tunnel in your mind and recognize that it is distinctly spiral like it's at no point is it like obviously spiral like, but you gather that it is somewhat following the boundaries of the hill above. Um, and that the tunnel should have definitely collapsed at some point if there wasn't a very calculated or magical construction to it. Lua, you catch on like one section of the wall like this very slight change in texture, what others dismiss as a moss or might not have even really recognized to begin with. You recognize the greenish blue coloration of rusted copper, like a metal sheet. But this is just like in one section of the wall. The tunnel continues past it.
She'll go to that rusted metal sheet and just like kind of like knock on it, like ding ding. Does it sound hollow or does it sound like there's something? It's on dirt or rock.
It is just like a very dull, heavy sound with it. It doesn't sound hollow past that.
Hmm.
Back in the echo, kind of like the echoes down beyond. You do notice, however, actually make a perception check.
Bring up my sheet. 1 second. $21.
You notice this faint, like slithering sound, almost like this, like the sound of like a snake or something moving. Um, Not through the like, just kind of hear it at the edge of your audible range.
She'll.
A moment later, all of you guys hear, "There's so many of you." This hissing voice sounds throughout the gloom, the darkness.
Is it at all targeted? Like, is it coming from a direction, or is it just like right in our ears?
You can make a
or
perception
heads?
check as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, did we all hear that?
Everybody heard it. This was an audible voice. Okay. It was a hissing feminine voice. It's actually remarkably hard to pinpoint it. Looking, you guys instinctively look like both deeper into the tunnel and behind you, and there's nobody in, the passageway that you hear. And the voice is somewhat muffled. But between the two of you all, with those very high perception checks, you get the Sven and Alua, you pick up on the fact that it actually is coming from the walls somewhat. Potentially like another passageway or something that connects this. And with that thought in mind, you begin to look around. You do notice these like narrow holes in the tunnel walls, just like very very tiny, kind of peeking into one.
Yeah.
It's just darkness. Like you don't see anything past that, but you gather that there might be some sort of alternate passageway that you're being spied on from.
Um,
Creepy. I like.
these holes, they're like pencil size,
Yeah,
baseball
yeah,
bat
yeah.
size.
Pencil, very
Okay.
small. Not like a regular size. But like it doesn't necessarily look like they've been carved per se. They
Right.
might have just happened over time.
Fairly natural cracks in
Yeah,
the. Okay.
yeah,
Sure.
little things like that.
Okay.
You kind of hear the slithering continue. Momentarily it grew louder, then withdrew.
So I think we're being watched. Of course, she'll point out the pinholes to everybody else. And then, of course, make the comment. Yeah, sneaky bitch. Yep. She's a peeping Tom. A peeping Sally.
Oh, I was muted. There's no room to swing my hammer in this. You said it's only 3 feet wide?
Yeah, it's very, very narrow. I mean, you
I'm getting
could,
narrower?
but it not necessarily getting narrower. It's narrower in places. Like there are sections where you guys really have to squeeze through, like like a foot and a half wide gap, things like that. Passable but difficult. I mean, there's room to try something. Are you trying to knock down the wall or something like that? It'd be very difficult. Probably take some time.
Yeah. No, okay. Well, he's actually a little bolstered, hearing that it's a creature and not some giant island thriving plant, maybe in his head. So, creatures he can smack and kill, in his head. So he's maybe a little bolstered. Press forward, like not much we can do.
All right, you guys press forward,
Unless
and
anybody else has something to do.
Would it
They
be
can
too
think of.
difficult to remove that area of the wall?
as you kind of like begin to trace it, the rusted plate, like it just kind of merges into the wall itself. Make an investigation check though.
Mm.
Kind of like fingers begin to touch at the edges and gauge the possibility of that thought.
That was gonna be a 4. It's 11.
It seems to just be like just a small segment of something that continues along into the wall. More with your earlier very good roll, you kind of more and more begin to suspect that this is in some way a relic of the Samarok civilization. If you want to make another history check, though, now that you have a Sarek civilization, might learn a few more things. Seeing some of the architecture.
That was my check,
Another one, sorry. Now that
Okay.
you have like an actual something to consider.
23.
Okay. Kind of the same stuff then, yeah. The secret here is that I was gonna. I didn't plan on you guys asking about that until you were down here, and I was gonna give you advantage because you're a dwarf. So now that's your second roll.
Boo. I can't get much better than the 19 I
Yeah,
rolled.
pretty
Damn
good.
it.
I will say again, that's two very good rolls. I will give you that you've heard rumors of a resurgent of the Saruk people in the far east, like far east of Farron, and the presence of something here doesn't match the record. And like, there's no presence of that species or that that ancient kingdom this far west. They tend to be more in the middle of Farron and further east. So it's weird that there's something here, but I mean, it's been literally like 200,000 years ago, not 220,000 years ago.
More would just kind of rub her face. And you're far away from home.
Aren't we all?
We need to keep moving.
But you can help me with that, I think, Navamora.
I really don't like the fact that things get into my head and seem to know more about me than people should. Like, more is like looking at the group and like trying to usher them forward again now. Like, we need to keep moving.
So you guys can continue the descent. Warren, you in the lead. You begin to notice a few flowers on this route as it's growing more into like a vine, growing thicker. These like pale, slightly luminescent blue and green pods. They're very small, flower sized, size of your thumb or something like that, that kind of seem attached to the vine itself. The further inward you go, Mora and Orin, the more static you hear in your minds. It begins to kind of get a bit painful as you descend further and further.
Something tells me I'm not going to be much use if it comes to a fight and we're down here. As Mora's like holding on to the right side of her head at this point and like probably pushing at the temple.
Yeah. Yeah, Orin's grimacing, holding it in, maybe humming in his mind to try and drown it out.
All right.
Getting Alua to talk to him or something.
That's
About
easy.
you guess between 500 and 700 feet down this very narrow, twisting tunnel. Eventually, you come to a point where you see on it turns, and you see on your side of the wall or your side of the tunnel the flickers of the same like bluish greenish light that the flowers of this vine have been giving off. You can kind of, in that glow, you see like that shimmer that like stuff reflecting off of water gives. You hear a voice just kind of call out, "Come forward then, heroes. I wish to speak."
If you want to talk, get the shit out of my head for being so loud.
That can be arranged.
And it's proper heroes, not just heroes.
Sorry.
Lamau.
Sorry, I was. All right, so it opens up into a room. You said.
Once you'd have to like step around a corner, but you gather that it might.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk. And Orin will round the corner and step out. Unless you make us roll initiatives right away, he will like step forward and kind of aside to stay ahead of people, but make room for them to like fan out.
It does open up
Good.
slightly.
Yeah, if it opens up slightly, Sven would also, as soon as it opens up, cast light on.
You got light on your spear, don't you?
Yes, but I'll move it to being like illuminating the far side of the chamber.
It has
I
to be
guess
on an object that you touch.
that I touch. Okay, I take it back. I don't do the cool thing.
You can double check that, but
no, it is.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think I'm thinking of dancing lights.
Yeah.
Alua still has her lantern turned, so she is still technically in front with her brother, unless we're shifting positions.
Yeah, I don't know how. Can I?
This was close to what you guys had
move
said.
and step out.
Let's pause real quick
Okay.
to set the stage here. The chamber, the cave that you've reached, is this fairly natural-looking cave. Obviously, for many of you guys, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a natural cave and a cave that only looks natural. Maura, you have a bit more experience with that, and you would gather that there's certainly elements of both. You do catch kind of like sections that maybe are a bit smoother than many would be, but you'd gather probably mostly natural. Maybe at one point there was something else here, but it's been ruined for literally ages. You see several smaller tunnels that kind of crisscross and like enter into this place. Some of them stream water down. You can kind of hear this very, very faint trickling of it. It's not like a stream. It's just a very faint trickle. But little pools of water cover most of the floor. Looking at it, most of them don't look very deep. It can be hard to tell how deep the deep parts are. the water kind of has, or the light you guys have has a hard time kind of penetrating that deeply at this range. But otherwise, the room is crisscrossed with that root, that vine that certainly wasn't any plant any of you guys had ever seen before. And here in this chamber, you see the vine has blossomed into just a breathtakingly beautiful display of somewhat alien. You're not sure if it's like a fungus or what it is really, but the vine has sprouted bluish flowers that are somewhat small, kind of arm length stalks with flowers the size of your head. And I say somewhat small because obviously that's huge. The green flowers that you guys see are much larger, with these large bulbous sacs that give off this like greenish bluish hue, pulsing almost like a heartbeat, though not anywhere near as regular. These are about these sacs are like 4 feet wide. You just kind of seem a bit frail. The light's kind of emanating from within them. You see kind of the scattering of all sorts of small coins and not really that many coins, but it catches the light and glimmers back at you all. Otherwise, the room initially seems to be empty of any life.
Okay. Can I move back a space then before you paused it?
Sure. What would you guys like to do in the moment? As you face this somewhat empty room, though you can see that there's nooks and crannies that you guys can't see yet.
Does anything trigger the lantern and true sight? Anything like that?
You don't see anything.
No stalag tights. Nope. No stalagmites. Okay.
No, it's actually like devoid of any of that sort of stuff. It's just kind of this mostly rounded one. You do see in this pool at the far south, the vine seems to be coming out of it, like crawling out of the bank.
We all see it?
Spreading out. Yeah, all of you guys notice that.
Okay. Alua will, just in case, pick up a couple of like loose rocks that are on the floor and start like throwing them at the flowers. Just in case, because Oren she does remember her father, and Oren then mentioning carnivorous flowers or plants.
Roll any dice.
Like a D.
Yeah, just roll any dice. Oren, pick odds or evens. Oren, odds, okay.
In our favor.
Oren, you take 1 point of psychic damage. You watch one of these rocks hit one of those green flowers and kind of skips across the surface. You feel like this sudden like ow in the back of your head.
Oh.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
That hurt me. He'll like put his hand out and catch Alua's hand before she throws the next one.
At that point, kind of just after that rock hits, you hear a naughty, naughty little human. Let's dance, shall we? And something begins to crawl, slither around the corner.
All right. I'd like to introduce you to my impeccable
Freaky!
You see this. You see this massive snake-like creature. No arms, just these dark, blackish green coils slither out of the water. At the head of this snake-like creature is the head of a human woman. This long kind of crimson hair, bluish eyes, and a mouth that's split open into a grin that shows massive fangs. We'll go ahead and pause there for a break.
Ah!
Yeah,
you
nobody's
guys
gonna believe
face
this.
Devasia.
She matches my new dice set.
Oh, show us those dice. But we'll take a break.
Yeah, how
Be
long?
back. We'll just say a 13-minute break and be back at midnight.
Okay. back from break.
We
Right,
started
welcome.
blasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can
On
I
that
ask a
point,
quick question?
yes.
When she came out and said let's dance, was that like Alua throwing the rock at the flower like triggered the fight? She's not
Do
going
you
to
guys-
negotiate now?
Do you guys?
Oh, your
Ooh,
mic
you
just
cut
cut out
out.
entirely.
You might cut out. Did your whole headset die?
Rest in peace.
Alex.
Rest in peace.
Doesn't
Nope,
look like
Alex-
he can hear us.
Alex, we-
Yeah, he's
Nope.
figuring
We
it
can't hear
out.
you.
Your mic
He's
is
doing diagnostics. Oh.
Hello.
There we go.
Yes,
Did,
there
did
we
you
go.
turn it off by
Gamer.
mistake?
I think it just went off.
Oh, that's not good.
Ruh-roh.
It's hard to turn it off by mistake, since I don't mute it that way. Do you guys want to take, like, say anything as she comes across, or do you want to see what she does? It's
she said,
hard
"Let's
to gauge.
dance
It's
in a
hard to
threatening
gauge her
manner."
intention because she doesn't have arms. So she doesn't have like a weapon bared. She's hostile, for sure.
All right.
Do you guys want to, once she comes out, do anything, say anything, or do you want to see what she does?
Mora doesn't want to let her get close
She
enough for
comes out-
anything to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Orin says, "Don't hit the plants," and dash.
I think as soon as, if you'll allow this, as soon as she says let's dance, there's just a blue glow from Katep's sword as he uses the action of the Lost Sun longsword to burn a hit dice to cause it to start being force damage. But
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
she's very aware of your all's hostile intent.
yeah, that's fine.
Kind of even still. Speaking of, did you want her to take lead? She's already kind of chanting this thing that like her lips are not lips. She doesn't have lips. She's a snake, but her mouth is moving. Her tongue's flickering. You can't hear necessarily what she's saying, but it seems like she's perhaps reciting some sort of incantation. And we can go ahead and roll initiative.
Good, because I want to try and get the fuck away from this group.
Come on.
We're clumped up.
Okay,
Okay.
again, the map does not check out. Katep should not have this high of an initiative.
Yeah, let's see.
Wow, I have a +6.
Wait,
You
why
have
do
a
you,
+6, so more should be in front of me. Yeah, okay. There we go.
No. My I had my intelligence modifier.
10, 10, 10.
Oh, I don't. I thought I for
But
some
you should
reason I
still
had control
be
of
ahead of
Joyce
me
and I
because you have a bigger
don't.
bonus.
What?
Lua.
Holy cow.
Oh no, Joyce, now is not the time to roll slow.
All right.
Wait, I don't see Joyce on my tracker.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't see her in the
We'll figure
lineup
something
either.
out. We'll figure it out. She's on mine. She rolled a.
She's last. I'm assuming. Unless Alex rolled a
Did not roll poorly.
1.
Good.
Not good, because we're all going at fucking 10 after that.
Oh geez, yeah, 3 of us on 10? Oh, brutal.
All right. Alua, as the group begins to spring into action, what would you like to do?
Laugh, and she's like, "I'm gonna set you on fire." And
Wow.
let's see. She does not want to be in the way, but she also doesn't want to be. Would she be in reach of this plant? Oh, if she moved just that square over.
It'd be a long reach. What are you trying to do?
Just move, just so we're not in a line.
Well, there's no like these plants aren't they don't have protrusions or anything like that. You don't see vines whipping about. They're just plants.
Yeah, she don't trust that.
Okay.
Well, she's just
And
moving, so
you'd be about 5 feet ish away from the plant where you are.
yeah. I see.
Though actually, on initiative count 20, something does happen.
Oh, well, okay, I'll move back then, just in case that changes anything.
Yeah, do that.
Do-do-do-do.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Good thing I rolled that first. As the 2 of the plants, including the one closest to you, the green the green glow to it begins to turn bloody and crimson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, that is that it? Ew! It's gross.
Oh no!
Actually, I only see one. If you do it.
That's so much worse than just describing it.
Ugh, that is.
I can't see
gross.
anything.
Make sure you have your token selected, and you should see from
Oh,
this point of
icky, gross.
Yeah. That change. Well, that totally
Bad
changes
bueno.
what things.
Don't hit the plants.
Don't hit the plants anyway. Well, she'll shit.
So Oluwa takes a dump.
Sorry, that kind of changed like what I was going to do. So she'll move this way over here. But is there anything in the water here? Like when she steps over?
At a cursory glance, no. If you wanted to spend an action to take a closer examination into the pool of water, you can. Where it's pale, you can, looking at like the dark sections here, it's deeper than like you can easily see. Right here, it's like a few inches deep,
Makes sense.
like
Makes
with a
sense.
rocky bottom. Doesn't look dangerous,
Okay.
but it is.
Wait.
I would say that still it's a few inches, maybe like half a foot to a foot, and I'd say it's difficult terrain to move through the water.
Okay. She gon' just kind of like go here and get within 60 feet and cast. Oh, this is. Maybe I shouldn't. She probably high whiz because there's a plant. Well, no, she'll just cast it. Dissonant whispers.
Okay, that Devasia.
Yar. Get a natural one.
Save. Got a natural
2.
10 plus 5 is a
15. Miss.
Failure.
Miss.
failure.
Well, she misses. I win.
However, as the
No.
whispers kind of, what do you do? What is this whisper? Like, do you say anything? Do you do?
Oh, she was just
Seems
gonna
together.
cackle the same laughter that she does back to her head.
Gotcha. As you kind of reach out your presence and press this whisper into her head, you feel like your spell impact and take root. There's just a naughty. The creature is immune to psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
To the effect,
Hmm.
the spell does nothing, I would say.
Okay. Oh, so just damage. Well,
Psychic
okay.
damage is what you would
Okay.
gather. The spell
Alright,
had no result because she is immune to the damage type.
Including the movement?
I would say so, to be honest, since she's immune to the main effect of the spell. I would say, like, yeah.
Two things happened at the same time, and I missed the context.
He was asking if the movement would happen. I would say no, since the spell didn't do anything. It didn't harm her, really. She seems immune to the spell effects, I would say.
She'll just kind of move over again and be like, "Psychic doesn't work. Continue."
Well, I don't know.
What?
I'll say that the movement in this case, I would say the movement would happen, so she'll use her legendary resistance to ignore it.
Those are the words I didn't want to hear. That's what I'd put in the.
Oh, so that she doesn't. Wait, I'm very confused now.
She'll choose to succeed on the save.
Yeah,
Oh.
the move.
Legendary resistance.
She doesn't want to get moved because she's probably about to do something real bad.
Okay.
Big stinky.
We
I
all
appreciate the
kinda
effort.
lined up.
Hey, running a legendary resistance, always good.
That is true. Because mine are all constitution-based things, and if she's got legendary resistances, there's no way in hell.
Nah, she'll do it.
Wait, what?
She recognizes it. She'll succeed. I was thinking it was her action. She doesn't want to use up her action. So just scoot, naughty, but still she's like slithering backwards, coming fully out of the water dripping off her dark scales.
When you're talking shit while running away.
Yeah, literally. But she's up next, so. Wait.
She was? Okay, there she is.
Okay.
It is.
There we go. All right, so Devasia will just move move back forward a little bit here. Still kind of as she moves remarkably like quickly. Like it's, for as large a snake thing as she is, she's probably like 12 to 14 feet long. She quickly moves across the patch of open land here, and is kind of slowly chanting and casting a spell.
I don't want counter spell.
She casts this. Her eyes begin to like turn into like these, like go between like the shades of the flowers around blue, green, and red. She begins to just make this strange incantation. Anything trying to delay this just to make sure do you want to counterspell it, Mora? Can you?
I thought I counted that. I think she's out of range, unless I did my counting wrong. And you frown on people using the measuring tool, so.
You're within range. I don't frown on it. She's within range.
She's exactly 60 feet away from Joyce and Mora.
Right, but I only have one.
She's actually, yeah.
I only have one, and what if for some
55.
reason
She's within 60 feet of all of you all. It's from the base.
Alright,
It's from the edge of her
fine.
token.
Fine.
This is our most important round.
Yeah.
Okay. What any flair for the counter spell?
No, it's essentially just like a wave of your hand. It's only somatic, so Mora's hand just comes up and it's almost like she's trying to backhand the spell away before it can even come up.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 5th level spell. So you need to roll an intelligence check.
Good
DC is
call,
15.
guys. Good call. That definitely wasn't me.
I think I know what spell it's trying to cast, and I'm scared.
Oh.
No.
Unfortunately, her incantation kind of caught back just a little bit, and the spell burst through your attempted counter spell. And I need Alua, Orin, Mora, Joyce, and can she seek a tap? She can just seek a tap. Barely. To make wisdom saving throws as she has cast a 5th level hold person.
Oh, this is so much worse than I thought.
Did she also cast it on me?
She did not cast it on you. She
So,
can only target 5 people. She's targeting the spellcasters and the heaviest armored people.
Everyone but Alua will get the +3 from being within 10 feet of
DC
me.
is 14.
Oh no, guys.
Great. All right. This is wonderful.
Oh no.
What was
Okay.
Wisdom?
Thank God, Katev.
Where's
Wisdom.
my-
Oh.
I gotta move this.
17.
Nice.
Succeeds.
Nice.
Oh, and then Joyce. Roll for Joyce.
You know, just the
Oh,
person who
Joyce.
loves hold person is the one being fucked by it.
Shit.
Well,
Oh,
no,
no.
she
No.
just saves. She succeeds. It's a DC
Nice.
14, and she has the +3.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a
Everybody
that's
succeeded
okay.
except Mora. That's
Yep.
not bad
That's
for you guys.
It's awful. I've wasted a 3rd level and
she's
I'm
not.
held person.
Fuck. She's not held.
Well, your mic
It
is
would
a
have been
little,
awesome
a
if
little
you
weird.
countered
Sorry.
it.
Oh, much
Though. Would
better.
have been awesome had you countered it, right?
Yeah.
Like it would have been a moment.
it was
wouldn't
worth the shot.
It was worth the shot.
And that is her turn. She kind of. Very well. Come closer then. Bares her teeth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't
So-
want to anymore.
So it
I'm
takes
scared.
so it takes a little extra movement to move through an ally's space, right?
No, move allies unless it's like I would say if like it's like a no. Honestly, in most situations, no.
All right. Katep will move here, pause for a second, reach back, kind of tap more on the shoulder, and cast Lesser Restoration to remove the paralysis.
Thank you.
There you go.
Which does mean my hand starts glowing like a disco ball again.
Hey.
And I'll just say,
Life.
all living creatures within 10 feet of me are going to get some temporary HP until the end of my next turn.
Ooh.
Oh, just outside of
Be
that,
nice.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big money for Procolas coming in clutch.
Oh,
That
wow.
is. Oh my
That
god.
was classic.
That was awesome.
I'm here to do as little as possible. Let's go.
Double one.
Amazing.
Hey, you freed up
Oh
the
my
wizard.
Yep, I'm then going to just use the rest of my movement to
Oh wait,
try to.
to be
I'll try to stay out of a direct line.
Well, we'll figure out what happens with these plants.
all right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, I don't really have a good bonus action I can use at the moment, so.
All right, Orin, you are up. Orin and Mora, as Devasi had sprung forth, that static in your head spiked a little bit before you kind of gather on top of it. Orin, you especially, like as you kind of have the intention of rushing forward. Every time like that clear thought of have to attack, there's like just a little bit of like psychic feedback slightly. We'll see what that means, but
Okay. Am I mute? No, okay. I'm not sure what to do. I'm very far away.
Yank her close. No, I'm kidding.
I can only... She's pretty big.
Just yank her into the water face first.
Drown her in
Just swirly her.
Yes.
Shoot. Five, 10. I move here. I'm gonna move next to Katep. No, you come here.
No, you come here.
No, you come.
Yeah.
No, you come to me.
I guess I will ready a melee attack if she comes melee with us. Hang on. I think
so quick. Sure, yeah. We'll get to my boo boo after this.
I might move here. That's the max
Okay.
of my movement, but it puts me to where I can get up on her next turn.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I have a bonus action. And I'm going to... Sven's like melee, right? Like, we've had a couple of fights now. Orin would know that Sven should be like near us, right? You think?
Yes. Sven's quite well armored. He's wearing scale mail and has a shield.
Right. I think for the first time you might hear a quick heads up before this like energy kind of picks Sven up from behind and brings him forward.
You hear a little
Hey.
whoop from Sven.
Okay.
Yeah. And bring him to that spot. So we do like a V here.
Okay. Oh, I guess, do I have to move myself? Okay. Oops, that's a measuring tool.
So, Alex can't read P words successfully. The creature is not immune to psychic. It will use its legendary resistance to have succeeded the save, but it still takes half damage.
Ellie's like, yay, it wasn't useless. Woohoo! Gee, all right there.
Or rather, no, it's not using its legendary resistance. It's taking it because it doesn't doesn't occupy its next turn, which is what kind of
Yeah.
about. So it takes this
13
full
damage.
13.
First blood.
Making myself a new pair of
Keyword.
boots.
However, at the end of
A nice
Orin's
new
turn,
purse.
it is going to use its Frosted Flakes legendary ability to cast Ray of Frost at Orin.
Great.
Actually,
That's
no,
not
it's
good.
Sven. Well, no, Orin. Orin's big armored, great mall
He
person.
gets pulled forward and immediately blasted.
That is, a natural 19. Will definitely hit a 27, I think.
She's not within range. I can't make her reroll.
But I can do this. Oh.
Oh,
Bump, bump,
Still 8.
bump.
It's still 8.
It's
Yeah.
still
yeah,
8.
it's
Yeah.
But
still
it could
good,
be
but
18.
Jesus.
Which is hilarious. I rolled an 8 and a 1. Take 1 damage, but because you still take damage, the effects happened and your speed is reduced by 10 feet. Until
Yep, that's why I was saying.
But
only
you
until
do
the start of your
you
next
do
turn.
have
Okay,
your
it's next turn.
2 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
You know what?
I have 1
funny,
point of temporary hit point.
funnily pointed out too. It's until the start of her next turn, anyways.
Oh well.
She was
Which
before me, so.
Orin goes after her. So
Yeah.
actually,
Oh,
fuck yeah, I did it already. All right, that's funny. All right, that was her
We
legendary action.
gonna
Mora,
live
you are up.
today. Oh shit! It's already me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right,
like
I'm
the
not holding
image
her
of it,
anymore.
like, yeah. I like the image of like Katep puts his shield up, but he's behind Orin, and it's like this magical shield just appears, and the frostbolt like sheds away.
Dope.
That's a dope image.
All right, it's
Whereas-
5 x. Well, you can move through her Sven to get there easily. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I didn't. Just didn't want to go
Look at
over
the
him because I
screen.
couldn't click. I don't know what I want to do just yet, so you know what? We're gonna go with something easy, and we're just gonna chill touch the bitch.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Hope that.
I was so worried you were gonna say it doesn't hit.
10
Ooh,
points
nice.
of necrotic necrotic, and
Points.
until the start of my next turn, she cannot heal.
All right.
Is it undead?
It is not undead.
No, she's very much not undead.
This is a monstrosity.
Okay.
Yeah, it stands
I
by
have
what I think
advantage
it
against
is.
monstrosities.
Do not.
I do not.
All right. And then your turn.
Do in spirit.
Anything else in your turn? More?
Bonus actions. I don't have them. Yeah, I'm
All
good.
right. Sven, you are up.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Emboldening Bond on me, Orin, and Katep.
All right.
You guys feel that linking. You guys see the brief yellow energy connect us.
Duration here.
Up to okay. Oh, sorry, I was just rereading the feature to make sure I got everything right. That costs me an action, I believe.
Yep.
And as a bonus action, I will flip her the bird.
All right.
And I think, I think I'm going to just take a stance, a defensive stance in front of Mora, just to make sure I'm a target instead of her.
Sure thing.
Actually, hold on. Is this a bad idea? I'm gonna move there. Wow. Slowly start, moving our defensive wall up a little bit. I believe that keeps me in your range, Knap, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. All righty.
Yep, that's my turn. Yeah.
The end of your turn, you guys hear like this come from around the corner.
Uh-oh.
It sounds like something odd lands nearby, just about at the same time, just because they happen on consecutive initiatives. You hear kind of this as the reddish plant, those large sacs begin to like lean forward and split open, and a creature is dumped there where the plant was or is.
Oh no.
With ichor dropping off of it, greenish, bluish ichor. Standing up is this green, kind of scaly looking thing that is recognizable as an orc. But
Oh my god.
it doesn't have skin so much as it has plant fibers. and it has like this armor across it that makes a mimicry of hide armor.
Although we need to burn this entire island down.
And a great axe made entirely out of wood, but still sharp and dangerous looking, sped up as well. It just picks up as it kind of lumbers up to its feet. These kind of vacant, unthinking eyes kind of just turn, and it lunges for Katep. 8. Does an 8 hit you, Katep?
No.
All right, but so it just kind of hit. I like to think that it just kind of hits across your armor. It's just swinging. It's barely having like real thought behind the attack. It just kind of hits across the back of your plate armor as you kind of shit.
The clicking bowl technique.
The wet slap of a kelp across your shoulder.
In the aftermath, the plant is left dark and lifeless.
But not the orc that came out of it.
Not the orc that came out of it.
Where do you get these assets?
Dude,
Damn.
clutch find, all of on the same fucking image. More troubling, maybe, is that around the corner comes stomping what is recognizable as that war chief, but in plant form.
Oh,
God,
no.
mother-
Oh no!
Whose corpse you're pretty sure is still up above.
We may have just made this fight so much harder on ourselves by nuking the village.
Ruh-roh.
Let me just go ahead and edit this flower to be grumpy. Grumpy flower.
Stinky. But Orin took his axe.
Yeah, it has a wooden great axe.
Damn it.
Hell, it's a different axe. It
Let's
seems to
try.
be made out of plants.
You know, I appreciate the hustle, Gorby.
It will then dash to get up in y'all's face.
Oh
And I will take that readied action.
And yeah, go for it.
Ooh, right.
21 definitely hits.
Ho ho. Nice.
Nice. You are odds, right, Orin?
Yeah.
All right. So as you cut into this thing and kind of render this vicious attack through it, you doesn't have blood, but it splinters out like some of this like ichorish substance that might count as that. It just kind of takes it and goes. It just kind of just stares like it almost didn't feel the pain. More, you take 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't. Sorry.
No.
Don't hit the plants.
But then they're just gonna wail on us.
We have to kill her.
We
We
should
might
taken
have
that
to
long
go.
rest to like remove the curse next time. If there's
So these obviously aren't like undead. They're just like
These-
imitations.
Make a nature check real quick, Sven. Just
Oh yeah,
funsies.
I also have my light, so
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to be responding to your light. They're plants.
Okay.
They're plant
They-
zombies.
Okay. Well,
They're plant zombies.
they're plant.
Zombies. They're plants though. They are a plant creature.
They're yeah.
At the-
There's a plant creature type, right?
At the end of the orc's turn, can it only do does it have to be a player turn for legendary actions? I can't remember.
No, it's
Regardless.
just at the end of another creature's
Cool.
turn.
It's going to use its other legendary action to use Frosted Flakes again. This time targeting Sven.
frosted flakes.
Fascia will. That's a miss. Natural 2. It's probably 10.
Nice.
Yeah. He just I don't know. It misses him.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it. He doesn't have to do anything with the 2.
At this point, Joyce is like, "Oh, problem." She kind of steps forward, and that orc plant just kind of turns and looks back over her shoulder, or over its shoulder, towards Joyce as she approaches. You guys want Joyce to attack? Any direction here?
Yeah, we need that snake to die.
Okay.
Nuke the big
arrow.
lady.
She's controlling them.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
Melf's
can we
acid.
control Joyce's movement?
I'm not going to say exactly. You can kind of give her directions, but I'll interpret them.
Can we get her to stand beside Alua?
Sure.
Okay. Because that gets her in Katepsa's range of his aura.
Alright, she'll cast Acid Arrow at the Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Joyce is better than all of us, I think.
Yeah.
It was a badass.
Oof. Good bit of damage, too. Alright. That hits, and she's coated and will take more damage at the end of Joyce's next turn, end of her next turn. I'll double check. Allure, you're up. Actually, initiative count 20. The plant here and one further away starts to glow red.
Sorry, I didn't see you ping.
Fucking
Sorry, I'll turn it red. It's the one next to y'all.
lay off.
Like
We gotta-
this one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We
Ruh-roh.
gotta, we gotta move.
This one back here.
Yeah, are we just rushing the snake? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. It's that or run away.
I
But
guess.
I don't think we can run away. It would be single file.
And
Yeah.
this thing seems fast and it knows magic. So, like, if someone in the middle got held, that stops the entire procession.
Yeah, or we just got lightning bolted all the way through.
I think we walked into it, so it's been an honor
Ride or
fighting
die,
by your
bitches.
side.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, Alua, you are up.
About to if it's time to re-roll characters, now's the time. Let's do it.
All right, nice. Just got a new one. Sounds good.
Welcome to the prelude for
A
Ghosts of
tiefling,
Right.
tiefling
Level
rogue,
one
maybe, I'm
adventure.
thinking.
Keyword on ghosts.
Alua, what are you doing?
Sorry, no, I wanted to say
Dude,
this, so
all
we're not on the
Revenant
line.
party would be
Sure.
dope.
We're all plant people now.
You best start believing in ghost stories. You're in one.
Ghost plants.
Ghost?
Kind of as this continues and you guys like come closer and things like that, making these plans, Devasia does hiss out, "Kind of you to bring me a ship."
Oh yeah, getting Snake Lady off the island would be a bad.
I mean, there's a long ship up there, but
What color are her scales?
like blackish, greenish.
Oh, would look so fabulous with our red dragon scales. Absolutely.
But yeah,
Just
Yeah.
red dragon armor and red boots.
A magic missile because she's
okay.
so far.
Roll that damage.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew.
You should, if you're gonna. Okay.
Uh-oh. Pardon?
I was gonna say, if you're gonna meta magic it, do it before you roll.
No, I had to use my sorcery points to gain spell slots back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. Anything else on your turn?
She'll just have these. What's it called? The rapier next to her. Wait, does this need attunement?
No,
And we did have a long rest, so you could have
it
attuned.
had a short rest.
So, whatever. Enough time for an attunement, asshat.
Okay. So, that's kind of cool.
Well, to be fair, most of us had a short rest.
She'll take out the coral rapier.
Okay.
So she has her normal rapier by her side, but then she has the coral rapier that she will equip as well.
Okay.
So, okay.
Anything else on your turn?
I'm looking at something, huh?
And if you wanted to take an extra, both your attacks, by the way, you could have.
No.
Don't know if you wanted to hold off. Okay, making sure.
Not after you saw
Yeah,
more
wanted to
flinch.
hurt me again?
Making sure. I just wanted to be clear on that.
If you had offered me that before you told me the damage on Mora, then yeah.
Yeah, well, you would have noticed. There's still that static, by the way, at the thought of like, oh, we just have to rush. Ow.
Yeah.
There's something going on there. All right,
Yo,
Devasia on her turn is just going to move over to here and cast Lightning Bolt.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hiss out this incantation. It's kind of weird for like the three of you who cast spells because she doesn't have hands. She's just chanting, like doing this little sway, and then this lightning bolt just crackles out of her face.
Oh, please tell me her tail is doing little symbols in the back of the water.
It is not.
Damn it.
She's going to target Sven, Orin, and Katep. So I need
Right.
you guys to make dexterity.
Really?
Or is it
Hey, I'm
dexterity?
good at
Why?
these.
gonna say-
Dexterity saving throw for you, the three of you. You guys all
Remember-
get your +3.
I hope
And
somebody
an extra
just knocked me
D4.
over to 16.
Succeed
But it
for
didn't
everybody.
take it. What the fuck?
I saw
Everybody
that too.
succeeded?
Yeah. Well, with the +3 from Katep's.
Right.
And we all get a
Aura.
D4 as well.
Yeah.
What?
14. It's DC 14.
Good.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna roll these by hand because that's more fun.
Let's
Oh,
see,
why do you gotta
I
torture us
was-
like this?
I was gonna tell you that you got to re-roll Katep if it ended up going bad.
Ooh, not great. Real not great
Not great for us or for you?
for me. You guys
Okay.
all take 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
So I take 8
Rolled
and all my
4
temp
ones.
is gone.
4
You took
ones.
one.
Oh,
You
that's
took one
brutal.
damage from the chilling thing.
That's
Oh
what
wait,
I
it was
mean.
2.
I
You
had-
got 2.
yeah.
You got 2. That's right.
Sorry, 9 damage was it?
9 damage. That's right. If you guys do, by the way, like in your health bar, if you subtract health, it should take away from your temp HP first.
It does.
What?
Foundries fans. You don't have to like manually lower your temp HP.
Mhm.
It'll just take it away if you just do like -9 in your health bar.
What do you mean -9?
Like if
can-
you right click your token, the box that shows up at the bottom that's your health, if you highlight that and just type in like -9, it'll automatically deduct it from your health, and if you have any
Oh.
temp HP, that goes first.
Oh, I see. That's
Cool.
fancy.
Cool.
She's then going to move further away. The rest
Bitch.
of her movement.
You.
She's so far away. Oh my god.
So she's not. Oh, I ended combat. Fuck me.
Oh no.
Ending turn.
Well, 3 of us were on
Alright.
10,
Yeah, we
so it's
know.
pretty simple.
Yeah, 3 of us on 10. Plants are on 9.
Yeah, it was Alua, Snake,
19.
Katep, the
Oops.
I'll take that
Go.
one.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, and we'll fix it up.
I know.
I accidentally added somebody that shouldn't
I
be
rolled
here.
way better this
These
time.
are appropriate.
How did I roll high again? I have a negative modifier.
Dude, my dude.
Because you're used to being friends with Orin. You always know everyth's a combat. You're ready to rush in at any moment.
You know, it all makes sense now.
That's what you get for being Orin's best friend, man.
This goes like this-ish. Let's see here.
Alua was 19. If you need to like.
Do it this way. That way it sorts it. You were in 19.
Then Naga bitch.
Yeah, Naga
Bitch
was
had an 18. Katep also had an 18, but she has a better constitution.
You mean dexterity?
Shockingly. Yeah, dexterity. Shockingly, she had a better one. Then it was Orin, I believe. No, Katep.
Nope,
Then
Katep.
Orin. Right, then Orin.
Then
Remember what Orin had?
A 10.
10.
10.
Okay.
Orin had a 10. Mora had a 10. Sven had a 10.
Joyce had a 3.
Joyce had a 3.
Yep.
It's opening all the freaking windows too whenever I do this. All right. War Chief went after Plant Orc. Okay. And Joyce had a 3. All right. I think that's right.
Mhm.
Except there were Orin.
You didn't change. Yeah. Okay.
All right. There we go. Katep, you're up.
All right. So seeing all that, I think Katep might nod towards Orin and be like, "You want that one or these ones?" Kind of gesturing towards the plant works.
What?
He's asking if you're going after the snake or trying to deal with the plants.
I'm definitely going for the snake.
All right. Then you'll see Katep actually sheath his sword, and he's going to grapple the plant work behind him.
Okay. Make an athletics check. I believe it is.
You got this, buddy.
Can you 300 him into the water?
Ooh, pretty good. It has to roll a 19 to match it. You rolled a 6.
All right, so I'm going to drag him with me a step. It would help if I clicked my token. Down this way. I'm going to use my second attack to try to shove the orc chief back of space to try to give Orin some room to maneuver out without getting hit.
Sure.
Not as good.
Well, that hovered on a 20 for me.
Right, same.
It has a better. It needs it's +6. So
If that's a check, Katep, you get a plus D4 for being emboldened.
Oh, I
you
forgot.
can make you get it once per turn.
Well, I'm not making any other checks this turn.
It rolled a 21.
Oh, the
Ah,
Natural 17. Actually, no, 23.
Oh.
all right. Well, so the chief
It just doesn't even kind of react. Actually, it just kind of looks at you.
So, if possible, could I use the rest of my movement to just position Plantor to be on my right, so it's not within?
Shove it over there.
All right. Since seems attacking these things seem to hurt either Mora or Orin, so I'm just trying to keep them in place and prevent them from flooding past me towards like Mora and Joyce.
Okay. I think.
At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary
away.
action
Go away, snake
to
bitch.
try to zap Orin, who has made it very clear what his intentions are. Actually, is it still in range? Let me double check. Oh, yeah.
She's lightning bolting again?
No, she's frosted flaking.
Oh.
No. 12 to hit. This zaps over your head. But it's not your turn. It's recombined Orin.
Excuse
This
you?
plant
What?
does that same situation of dripping, like the big sacks drop down and split open, and the creature that is just deposited out, coming to its feet with a big maul, pulling out this wooden plate armor. One just blank eye socket, just not even like a socket, it's just blank. One eye open there.
Moritz seeing that's gonna go, oh no, and look at the other glowing red one. Guys, she might have access to Fireball. We need to be afraid.
I'm way ahead of you there.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah, she got the wizard.
Recombined Orin is going to move up here to Sven. He's gonna make two maul attacks.
Oh, no.
First one is a what is its bonus? Oh, that's so beautiful. That strength. So +7 is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay.
I have an 18 AC.
Make its second attack. Catch it on your shield.
Yeah.
Second attack is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So as it kind of begins to move in, there's just like a flicker of something as it rushes in. This creature doesn't seem like it's not having like facial expressions, it's just shambling forward. But when it goes to cut, it does so with like a sudden fluidity and capability. For what 5 + 5 is 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing. Okay, so I click my right click. -10.
It's then gonna action surge and attack you 2 more times.
Before he takes a second attack, as this maul slams into Sven, just like effectively knocking his shield down, and just rocks into his shoulder. You see Sven stumble and get knocked to his knees temporarily before roaring back to his feet. Slightly larger, slightly bulkier, and definitively more orange. Fur sprouts from Sven's skin, clawed feet and hands,
Nani?
as you see Sven, a hybrid were-tiger form,
Oh, hell yeah.
roars back in this plant orin face.
They're great.
All right.
No.
We do have Frosted Flakes in here, don't we? All right.
Yeah.
So I
All
believe that
right.
also gives me
Resistance to
it
non-magical.
gives me resistance, and it also gives me some temp HP.
At the beginning of your turn, you get that.
You are correct.
This makes me happy because I didn't get to be my werebore self.
All right, yeah, it's gonna action surge. It doesn't even respond to that. It's just swinging it at you. So in the corner you hear, delicious. Yeah, it's gonna attack. That is a 15. That attack.
No dice. No, we're good. Yeah, no dice.
You're good. Second attack is nope, even worse. Just slicing at you. You're managing to parry and avoid the attacks, but now there's another figure in the way. That's its turn. That's recombined Orin's turn. Orin, you're up.
Jesus Christ. We are in so much shit. I don't know what to do. We could. Oh. Fuck. Real quick mental link to Kateb. Should we retreat?
One thing to note: these plant versions don't seem as like filled with vitality. Like they're shambling. They look more brittle a bit than human flesh. They're not a
All right.
perfect reconstruction. Not as durable.
I know, but I'm gonna kill Mora if I hit one.
Just as reference.
Yeah.
I
To be
think
fair, you might kill yourself.
All right.
I think
Okay.
if Orin were to send that mentally to Katep, the response he would get would probably be like, if you, I'm not sure how we would phrase it, but paraphrasing here, if you think it's the right call to get out to, if you don't think we'll survive, make the call and I'll back you up.
Come on, Captain.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard call. This is a bit overwhelming. How hurt does the Naga look? She's taken a few hits.
She's taken a few hits, I would say.
How big is
not-
she again?
She's about 12 to 14 feet long. She's technically classified as a large monster, though most of that is in her length. She's like an anaconda sized thing. So like these hits were meaningful, but she's not about to collapse on the next hit or anything like that.
Okay. I think we can do it. And I'm gonna take the dash action.
Okay. What's your movement? Are you going to try to swing somewhere where you're not getting opportunity attacks from certain creatures?
All right, hang on. I'm kind of counting.
I'd say moving across. If you moved across the large pool here, it'd be an extra 5 feet of movement. Though maybe you could like try to jump it.
Yeah, Orin's got a good jump. But did this one not give birth to a creature?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's kind of in
Okay.
that process.
All
But
right.
if that one gave
The
birth to
birthing.
you,
It's in the birthing process.
I'm terrified he's got my spell list, guys.
I'm not confident that these things can cast. If they can, that's frightening.
I feel like if they could have,
5,
then we
10,
would have gotten psychic
15,
tossed.
20, 25,
You know what? That's a good point.
30,
Oh no.
35,
It's
40,
going
45,
to
50,
try
55,
to.
60.
Is that a bonus action to do that?
What have I done? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
No, it isn't.
It's an action to do it. So.
Oh, it is? Okay.
However, just for flavor's sake, you do see like that one good eye flare pink slightly of recombined Orin. So maybe it thought about it. As if I was going to psionic strike if I had hit any of those second attacks, and then I didn't.
Hit any of them, so there was no point. Jesus.
Still, I'm gonna end up taking a couple of opportunity attacks, and if they land, it could be real bad. But if they don't, it could be real good because I have enough movement to get
I
here.
forgot. Fucking orcs are aggressive. All right. Yeah. Okay. Both things are gonna swipe at you then. First, plant war chief. It's plus 6 to hit. Rolls a 6 for a 12.
Negative.
Orin, with his plus 7, rolls a natural 1.
Oh,
Just swings, both of them kind of turn and try to track you, but their movements are sluggish, and it's really just in moments that they show capability, and they're unable to land any blows.
And I think when Orin was like here, I forgot to mention it because the opportunity attacks in the counting, is when he would have grabbed a Lua and brought her 30 feet with his bonus
Okay.
action.
Let's do it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ping the location.
Just kind of trying to decide. Right here.
Swing! I assume you're a willing creature?
Oh, I'm flying.
yeah.
She's flying.
Yeah.
She's
She gets
absolutely
to fly? Yeah.
She gets to fly.
All right. Anything else on your turn? You action
Is
dash to get there?
Yeah.
Okay. You're momentarily in the face. At the end of your turn, you can take an opportunity to make its coiling strike on you as a legendary action. It's going to just kind of like whip around you slightly. It kind of goes the long way to get here. So it's just this flurry of black coils that you're trying to track. As part of this, it's going to make an attack at you, a bite attack. Try to sink its fangs in. It's kind of whisper, "Let's see what you taste like, dear." Ooh, no, it's an 18 to hit. You have plate armor and shit.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm 20.
Misses. Soon, I have all eternity to try. All right, Mora, you're up.
Mora is going to bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
Myself up right here, and in doing so, I'm going to turn around with my action, and you're going to see that clock appear that she's going to try and get to stop, and I'm going to try and momentary stasis Bad Orin.
Okay. Sort of saving throw is that?
Constitution saving throw.
Natural 18.
oh.
Reroll it.
Plus
Ooh.
4. So roll a 22. Right. Ooh, what's your DC? Never mind. Rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
At that point, Sven, you're going to hear, "I've got the dangerous one held. Get in there." As those shimmering chains are around Orin again, and there's just this clock that looked to have been ticking over him that has stopped.
Okay. Cool.
But that is my action, bonus action. I don't want to move just yet, and my reaction. I'm good.
All right. What's your reaction?
To make you re-roll.
Oh, that's right. Sweet. Okay.
Okay. looking. You've Katep's got one. There's the orc chieftain beside
Who has
him,
taken his reaction already.
who's taken his reaction already. Good point.
That's the reason she told you to run for it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what because I can't bonus action dash anymore. Damn it.
I know the blessing and the curse of the rogue. I'm
Oh,
gonna bonus
you get so
action in
used
and
to
die.
it.
Oh shit. No.
You've got Orin.
What you meant to say was you shapeshifted into Mista.
Hey guys, I didn't find my brother, but I'm a tiger now and a Goliath.
Sorry, we gotta have some laughs.
What are you doing, Sven?
That's great.
Sorry, I'm panicking. I wasn't
What are you doing?
expecting the board to look like this suddenly. How far am I away? I am 45 feet away. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm going to move 15 feet. No, how I can move. Can I walk? Do I know if I can walk around this plant?
Mora
Um,
seemed
Actually,
to.
first question is walking through
I
water
did.
difficult terrain.
walking straight across it is, yeah.
Okay.
I would add 5 feet to move
You
you
had a
across.
5 feet,
And-
so like here would be 20.
Oh, yeah.
And Mora did mention that the plant in front of you will not do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
25.
right click to make waypoints, by the way, for you.
Oh, thank you.
As that Naga just slithers out of her fucking mind.
Asserting dominance as a boss monster.
I didn't mean to go there. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, it's not like the plants are large, but you can move past them without they're not trying to inhibit your movement or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
And I will.
What are you doing?
I'm going to toll the dead on the snake.
Okay.
So you guys will see a flurry of butterflies appear again. Or this time rather. It's a DC 15 Wisdom save.
16. Oh wait, wisdom. The same.
Shoot. Okay. And I think it means it takes no damage, right?
No damage. from a cantrip.
Unfortunately.
And then, as a bonus action, I will cast Warrior's Regret.
All right. Regret on Devasia.
Yep. Which is also Wisdom save.
I think that's at a different
Start
point
of-
when it would take the damage. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Oh, wait, you said it's not immune to psychic damage after all.
Correct. It is not
Okay.
immune to psychic.
Read the wrong key.
Yeah. There's a different thing that snakes have that start with a P.
Something tells
and
me
rhyme
Mora
with
and this
poison.
Naga are something tells me Mora and this Naga have something in common.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, she's better at it because I'm not immune. I'm resistant.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Move, action, bonus action. Nope, we're good. Oh, I do gain my temp HP.
Yeah. All right.
Which I forgot to mark.
At this point, this sack down here at the bottom finishes up.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay,
To
we
reveal-
declumped a little bit. We declumped a little bit.
Another
Oh,
orc.
thank God.
Oh, it's just an orc.
That means one of these other plants is probably gonna sprout me out here soon.
super strung out.
That was kind of the
You'll be
point of Mora using her
fine.
last second level. She was like, we need to declump quickly if I'm coming out somewhere.
Orc on you. Katab is just going to try to swing its great axe at you.
Sure.
Misses.
All right.
Natural 6. This one's going to move over to Orin, and we'll be flanking. Which probably doesn't mean anything, because these guys, Orin's immune to damage some fights.
amount.
Yeah. If I added both my dice results together and added the bonus, I would not have hit. So, 6 and a 4.
Orin like hears it coming up behind. He
Yeah.
leans out of the way of one and smacks the other one aside with his hammer, while spinning back around to face the Naga.
As seeing all this, Devasius still kind of like almost dismissively looking down at you, or it is quite a bit taller when she,
Yeah.
is upright. Hisses something out. Anybody speak Abyssal in the party?
Ooh,
Yep.
I think I do.
I don't know.
I do not.
Negative.
I do. Yeah.
Alua, you hear it. Somewhat troubling. It kind of focuses on you for a moment. It just hisses out, "That's one." And this war chief's going to turn and try to attack you. You want to take an attack of opportunity, Katep?
I don't have a weapon equipped.
Oh,
I had
there
to
you go.
sheath my sword.
Grab
It's
him.
going to make its attacks against you. First
Donkey punch
attack
it.
is a natural 2. So we're going to use the old d20 now. That one is a natural 14 plus like 7 or something. Plus 6,
but
sorry,
yeah.
20.
Bummer. This
Hang
is
on.
where I was like,
I might.
That's okay. I was gonna unequip the coral one and then equip the shimming rapier
Yeah.
after everything, but then I was like, I hadn't hit my turn yet.
One sec. Let me check one of my features here.
Waste it right now.
No, you're just out of range. Shoot.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I rolled a 1 on my d12, so that is 5 points of slashing damage down at you, Alua.
Oh, I forgot about one of my traits.
Okay.
Forgot I
Okay.
had Stone's
You're
Endurance.
just out of range. You're a little bit out of range for me to do my protective field.
No problem.
Right. Joyce will just kind of shimmy across, back to this wall. We'll cast her last 3rd level spell, Firebolt. Not Firebolt, Lightning Bolt. That's the one. Big difference. And hit
Did Snake Lady take her acid damage at the start of her turn
did
from
not.
acid arrow?
Thank you. 6 points.
Ooh.
Good remembering.
And Joyce will cast Lightning Bolt.
3rd level magic missile.
Wow, they both succeed. Natural 14 and natural 18. Why did I succeed? Why did I roll good there? So they'll take half damage from this.
Because Joyce is a bamf.
Lightning Bolt. Well, they worked for once. I'll just roll damage here where y'all can see it because it's her.
Wow.
Now that's
Well,
so much
there's a
better
lot-
than what I rolled.
That's all right. That's all right.
2 1s, 2 6s.
It was odd, so Orin, you take 14 points of psychic damage
Whoa, what?
from as the war chief is blasted by lightning.
Oh, because it goes
What the
straight
fuck,
through.
Joyce? No.
I'm
I
sorry,
told her to get
saw
this
that too.
snake.
It was lightning. It was in the way. I couldn't. I did something. I actually did forget about that. To be honest, I was
14.
like, I saw the damage and I was applying it. So we'll say Joyce forgot because I'm dumb.
That's like half of what I had left. That's dangerous.
I'll tell you for this one. You don't get to go back and change it for old ones. You should be quick to look at your resistances. You should familiarize yourself with your resistances.
Well, I know I have advantage on lightning
no.
rolls, but I don't get the roll.
You're resistant to psychic damage.
Oh, psychic. Oh yeah, you said psychic.
So
hold on.
7.
Yeah. I get,
All right. Top of the turn order. Here's my d8s. My d8s have been good to me.
No, they haven't.
Nothing happens.
Ooh.
With any luck, the Moro one will stay in the pod.
Yeah.
Brings us to Vasia.
No, it doesn't. It's Alua's turn. Don't skip
Alua brings
Alua.
us to Alua. I'm sorry.
Okay, I see how it is.
Alua,
You're
you got
muted.
this big.
You're
Orc.
muted, Ellie.
kind of mess up what I wanted to do. Should just give stink eye to the stupid snake thing with the face of the head and stuff.
Looking pretty hurt at this point. After the
know.
lightning bolt and the
Blast it.
acid.
I want to so freaking much, but I also have like color spray I wanted to use. But yeah, she'll use the magic missiles on the 3rd level.
Okay.
Ooh. Big old dump.
That's the spell that killed a dragon. Come on, babe.
That's true.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh
This is
no.
remarkably
That's
good.
all right.
It was all 2s and 1s.
No, never mind. It wasn't
Yeah.
remarkable.
Oh,
There's
there's
a
a
4 in there.
It was
Right.
4, 2, 2, 1.
Oh, was there? Okay.
Gets hurt. Pretty hurt. Anything else on your turn, Alua?
Yes. Hold on. Where is it? What am I trying to do? Can I do that? Okay. Could I... Can't do that. Sorry. Could I switch my... No, it's an action. I wanted to switch the blades.
You could
rapiers.
drop one and draw another.
Yeah.
It'd be on the ground.
Yeah.
The coral rapier would be at your feet for now.
Okay.
So you get one free item interaction, and dropping weapons is free, weirdly.
Sweet.
Yeah, just kind of throw it to the ground, draw your other one. Which brings us now to Devasia's turn.
There you
16 points less harmed.
So annoyed.
She's
Going to kind of survey the battlefield.
Did she take new acid damage, or is it just one?
It's just once,
Okay.
which I already did, thanks to Katep reminding me. Kind of away from your friends, aren't we all? Her eyes begin to glow greenish again, and she's going to once again cast a 5th level hold person, targeting everybody but Joyce. Let me double check that you're in range, Katep.
I think I'm still within 60,
Oh,
but
yeah, you are. All right, so I need wisdom saving throws from the 5 of you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Orin, you are in range of me, so you get your plus d4.
Y'all are bananas. What the
Yes.
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
What the actual fuck?
Thank God.
yeah.
Holy shit! We didn't roll a vote!
Jeez,
We didn't get below an 18! What the heck?
Oh,
wild.
this
All right.
that could have been so bad.
That could have been so bad.
Yeah, with you being where you were. Oh yeah.
We've
Oh,
also
man.
seen what Orin can do with auto crits. Imagine enemy Orin with auto crits.
Yeah.
Hey, he doesn't get a turn
What
to
is
the
that?
end of my next turn.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right.
Wonderful. All right.
Holy moly.
She'll just shift slightly around here. And that will end her turn. Katep, you are up.
All right. So
I almost ended combat again.
glad you didn't. Is dropping a shield the same as weapons, or is that more involved?
Um,
I will note
sure.
that I did it.
you get just a drop as a free action. Yeah.
Alright.
So.
I'm taking
Oh wait,
this.
it's an action to doff a shield.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like
that's-
strapped and stuff. I would assume.
Oh shit. All
You might
right.
start playing in the future that is an action to don and doff, since apparently that's the rules. Just as a quick
Okay, good call.
look.
Or weapons too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weapons not. Weapons you can do it easily. Shields count as armor, and it is listed as an action to don or doff.
Okay.
All right. So there's no way I can reach the snake at this point. It's probably better to let Mora, Alua, Joyce, and Orin kind of deal with that. I'm just trying to keep these plant things off of the people with range. So let's see. This orc is coming with me on a trip.
Going on a trip to my favorite orange ship.
I'm gonna come over here and try to knock the war chief prone.
Sure.
I can shove it in the back.
Take his legs out.
You do get
he's-
plus
no.
1d4.
Well, spoilers
think,
alert.
sorry.
It rolled an 11.
Oh well,
Well, hey.
All right. So I know from experience, this chief, more dangerous than the common orc that I've been dragging around by the beard this whole time. So I'm going to release the grapple on that one and try to grapple the now prone orc war leader.
Okay.
Ooh.
It rolled really good. It rolled a natural 18.
All right.
So 24.
So seeing as how I don't have anything grappled at the moment, I'm gonna just draw my sword.
Okay. Oh, all right. That's
Well,
how it's gonna be.
I saw that going differently in my head, but since we're here, you know.
End of your turn. Devasi is going to slither around. Shwibbity swoop. To this is a legendary action. To go ahead and smiggity smack. Try to bite into Orin with advantage. That's a natural 20.
I can't. I want to, but I can't.
Oh no.
On taking that damage, Sven will use my empathetic bond to teleport and take that hit.
Okay.
Whoa.
Surprise, tiger.
I do need Orin, as these fangs bite down into your neck. Weirdly, you feel no pain as Sven appears next to you, but I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
You got this, buddy.
I do hope you succeed.
Don't forget you have a D4 because it's once a turn, not once on your turn. Add
You
that
succeed.
D4. Oh,
You succeed.
Ooh, okay.
Heart attacks.
So you can
Exact
save your
number.
D4. All right, how much damage do we take, Alex?
Pull up the bite here. All right. This is the physical piercing damage is 12 points of piercing damage to you. These would be magical attacks because she's fucking magical as shit, I'd say. So no resistance.
Boo.
Plus. Nice. I'm just gonna roll them here.
Sorry.
I'm gonna roll them publicly.
Can you remind me how temporary hit points?
They refresh at the beginning of your turn.
They never
don't
stack, right?
Never
Okay.
stack. You take just however many is the highest.
Okay.
All right. So
Sorry, that was 12 point piercing?
Yep.
Okay.
oh, these are 8s, not 6s.
I'm scared.
Trying to do some quick math. Half of 45 is 22, so it's this much damage. No, it's half of that, so I'll do this and then add 22. So you take
Add 22?
15 plus 22 is 27 points. No, 37 points of poison damage.
Of poison damage.
Poison damage. Which is half as much. 78 plus the maximized crit.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't
he-
maximize the other crit. Let me reroll that first damage.
He's down. He's down.
Add 4 more points of damage.
He's down.
Are
Yeah, we're
you
just making sure it wasn't over.
down?
Yeah.
What?
Like,
no,
you
I'm
didn't
no.
over-
I had like 26 health or something.
Gotcha. All right.
So I don't think you
So-
did over 75 points of damage there.
Not quite.
Almost, but
If he
not
had
quite.
failed this poison save. All right. She is badly hurt, but she sinks her teeth into Orin, but, you know, through a flurry of magic, Sven appears next to you, and Orin, as the teeth slide out, you feel fine. There's not even a wound on your neck, and Devassia looks over and says, "That's interesting. That's a tasty meal." And eyes the prone and unconscious Sven.
We haven't actually. Do I revert?
You don't.
Once I fall
You're not
unconscious?
dead.
I do.
You're not dead.
Okay. Right.
Right. Holy crap. Well,
Gave you another
Move
turn.
away, buddy.
I've got a snack for you right here.
My fist!
Wish I had. Do
14.
I have a D4 I can add to that?
You do.
I'm down.
Goldening bond. I believe. Does that
I think it ends when I'm down. I can double check.
check? Double check it.
Oh.
'Cause it's not
Emboldening
concentration.
bond. I'll link
You
it.
are incapacitated right now, so.
Um,
I know.
Yeah,
You
It
create-
it
stays
just
on.
stays up.
magical. Oh, I stand corrected. You do have a D4.
I would say if you die, it goes away.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't say. A 15 is its AC.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Holy shit.
Crap.
If you roll decent, not even decent. What is that?
15 bludgeoning
15.
damage?
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
So yeah, as she's drawing back and looking at the downed opponent, Orin, he says that, I got a snack for you right here. Switches his grip, up strikes, and he swings so hard it takes him like he jumps up in the air with it, right? And just hits her right in the chin. And like, yeah.
Break them fangs.
Slap into it and kind of you hear this loud snapping as its jaw comes unhinged. It comes back down. It's like red eyes lower to meet yours, Orin. It just kind of gives this eerie grin as this static. Actually, real quickly, make a charisma saving throw. It won't affect what happened, but you might take a bit of static pain. DC 14. This is the first time any of you guys are actually attacking it, and you don't. You kind of push through that and don't take any damage. Attacking Devasia here. Kind of leans down into you, gets eye level with you, and it just says very calmly, weirdly calmly, for like the blood that's kind of coming out of it, all these wounds. I'll always find you, Orden Silvertree. And you crack it one more time, just right across the face. Teeth go pushing off. As it recoils from you, almost immediately it starts dissolving into like this like ash, and then it's nothing by the time like you can even blink. Almost the creature's just gone.
And these plant.
There's a clunk as Orin's hammer kind of hits the ground, and I'm praying to God the plants stop coming.
The stasis leaves your mind. The plants do not leave your proximity.
Shit.
All right, it's now protect the tiger.
However, you do begin to see all these other green flowers begin to wither away.
Oh hey, there won't be a plant Mora. Okay, we can do this.
Winnable.
All right, so can I actually take my second attack
Yeah.
then? Okay.
You just go turn and yeet.
Yeah, that'll do for sure. You blast this orc.
Psychic, I'm gonna.
You
Oh, okay,
do not
kills
take
it?
any damage. Yep, and you don't take any damage.
Oh, phew. And more. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Alex, I sent you a quick question over Discord.
Sure. 1 second, let me just get these things
5, 10, 15,
changed
20,
over.
25, 30.
Oh, he's within. I can. But it's 10.
Oh, I should have reduced some of your damage. I don't know if I even could have reduced enough to keep you up, actually.
No.
Oh, no, I was down by like 26 points or something.
Okay. So
Or
you
like
can't
14
feel
or
it,
something.
but like, yeah. Orin quickly dips down, pats your shoulders, and says, hang in there. 2 more seconds. And he's gonna start running back up to finish off these plant zombies then. I'm gonna... Oh, wrong thing.
Someone wants
5,
to yeet
10,
me.
15, 20, 25,
No, you don't.
Okay.
30, and Alua. I believe this is going to be... No, I have one left after this. Yeah, I'm going to yeet Alua out of danger quick. Put her next to
Towards
Mora.
Sven. No, towards Sven, so I can
Okay.
stabilize him.
She was our quote unquote
Yeah, it's 30
healer
away.
until we got our healer. So
And hang on, let me get over here.
All right. Mora.
Katep, I'm coming, buddy.
Mora's gonna turn and do what Mora does best.
What does Mora do best?
How does incapacitated affect a saving throw?
I think it fails dexterity. Is all.
Shit. All mine are Constitution. All right. Nah,
Different
I'm gonna just.
fireball.
I mean, I don't have third levels anymore. No, you're just gonna see that.
Actually, it just can't take actions or reactions.
Oh
That's it.
boo!
not-
You're gonna see
it's
those
not.
that clock head appear, and split into 3, and magic missile on fake Asorin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brutal. All right, Katep.
All right.
I mean,
You were odds, so Mora, you take 4 points of psychic damage.
I thought that was.
Yeah. Most of the effects have passed. This one lingers.
I think that's what the charisma save was for.
Well, no. Maybe. You take 4 points of psychic damage.
Yeah. See, that doesn't work for me.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you have to make sure your thing is your health is selected fully.
My health
selected.
was selected.
That's weird. Oh well. Sucks to be y'all.
To figure that out, because that's not. It works for everybody else except for you. That we have to figure that out.
Yeah, no idea. All right.
We're just backing up there because no.
Sven. Death saving throw from you.
Sure is.
Natural 20.
Is there a way to roll here?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Success. Which is most of this. We'll go ahead and see what the plant can do, but chances are it can't do much.
Well, he uses
stand
half
up.
his movement to do the standings.
Yeah. And just and actually is going to do something funny.
Oh, Orin
funny.
is free, by the way.
Yeah.
He's no longer. Yeah. Well,
No longer what?
fake Orin.
Oh, fake Orin. Yeah. All right. He stands up and is actually going to turn and try to follow Alua.
Hey, no, stop that.
He was told to.
Backhand him.
Smack him.
Well, I've got my sword out this time at least.
Get him.
And didn't you boompa boompa it?
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
I apologize if this hits you, Mora, but I am gonna divine smite this.
No, by all means.
Oh.
Ooh, that puts it in lethal for smite.
Do it.
Oh, not quite. 6 hit points left. For funsies, I'm just gonna roll a dice. If I roll odds, it happens to move close enough to Orin for an opportunity attack. If I roll, did I just say odds, opportunity attack, evens, no opportunity attack? Odds. So Orin, it kind of crosses as it just kind of turns, tracking Alua, who's told to attack. Last command. You can swipe at it.
Hey, I didn't take your divine smite damage.
Did the water not affect him? It's not difficult terrain.
It is. This orcs have a thing called aggressive, where they can bonus action dash towards an enemy.
Oh, okay.
So it's doing that. But yes, it would have been difficult. You have a D4 to add. You need a 2.
You do.
You need a 2. It's a 16 AC.
Oh. Oh no.
It's gonna smack Alua.
Yeah. It's gonna smack Alua twice.
It's okay. I have shield.
There you go. And I can't roll. Well, I did roll in that 20 just a second ago. I guess I can't say.
I was gonna say.
It's been pretty bad for me though. Again.
Yeah. Well, we rolled really well.
Natural 18 plus 6 for 24.
Shield.
That puts you above a 24.
I want.
What's your AC?
18.
Plus
5
is
is
a
23.
Yeah.
Can't quite
Never
for this
mind.
one.
Yeah, I was like, for some reason I thought it was, So never mind. Well, I think shield lasts. Does it?
Lasts until the start.
Yeah, it
of your
continues
next turn.
laughing or laughing.
So
I'm done.
It'll still be up.
I'm gonna go sit over
Well,
here
you
now.
can choose to. You know it. You can. Actually, I don't know.
I think you can do it once you know if it hits.
Yeah.
You can.
It's a weird one. I think rules is written, you never know what the number you have to beat is, so you'd have to say shield. But I don't give a shit if it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it wouldn't have worked. You don't need to.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 plus 4 is 10 points of damage. On first attack, second attack, so it has to roll an 8. No, it has to roll a 17 or higher to hit through shield. Fuck me. It didn't. Roll a 14. So shield on the second one. No damage.
Nice.
At this point, do we want to play out the end? Because that was pretty much their last gasp to try anything good.
Sounds like
I
I
think.
mean, I still
given-
have death saves to roll unless
I
Alua is.
think given the time, we'll say the group is able to quickly clean up as Alua goes to try to stabilize or heal Sven.
yeah.
Combined efforts of Mora, Joyce, Kitab, and Orin break through these last of these planes. They don't have a lot of hit points. They get minimum damage or minimum hit dice. Like they all count as a 1 on their hit dice is the health I gave them. So some of them don't have much health at all.
Yeah, that makes sense because like what I was going to do was like try and kill the thing that was because he was almost down, and then because you made your death save, you were successful. I knew you weren't going to die. Hopefully,
Yeah.
so
Even on a nat 1, he wouldn't have. He would have had
Yeah.
an extra turn. So
exactly. So yeah, it makes sense to me. I think we would have.
how do you stabilize Tiger Boy?
I have my kit.
Okay.
So my
Able
healer's
to.
kit.
And like once combat is over, Katep would probably go over, give Sven a couple hit points. That way, we're not waiting for hours in this underground cavern for him to come back to consciousness.
All right, so we will. So the group cleans up these weak things. There's a bit of damage, psychic damage to somebody's Orin is finished off, but it's not enough to be impactful. The group, the static has faded. Like that like being aggressive towards Devasia static. Oh man, you had more world magic missiles. I'd forgotten about that. Oh well.
I had
The
World Magic Missile against what's her name?
Devas. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
It was against something else. Gotcha. Okay.
I only did one.
Perfect. There is still this for a few moments after Devassia is slain. There's this laughter that lingers. Just a long, eerie moment. I'll allow anybody who's trained in Arcana or I'll say Arcana. These are pretty magical things to make a
Sup, baby?
Arcana check. You need to be at a 25 for me to tell you what I'm going to tell you.
I have to roll so high.
These are
Natural
these are
20.
these are crazy
Wait,
monsters.
hold on. Is this something like More prepares to do, or is this just like something that happens?
It's just something that happens. It's just like a knowledge about what these things were and what they might information that might be pertinent.
Nope.
Yeah.
I can't
What
roll
would
for
have been
shit
your
tonight.
second one though? What would have been the second stat? Probably history. Are you talking?
Yeah, I'll give history. I'll give it to you.
Pretty sure I'm the only other person proficient in history.
I
No,
think
I'm
Oh.
am I?
Still a 25 though.
Well, that's
Focus
the
is
20
still
was
so
right there.
hovered on the
You
18
would have
for
had
me.
to have rolled a natural 20 to get it with your plus
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, it's a focus. It's still like you're unsure. Mora, you roll well enough to confirm that this is some sort of Naga, though not a typical one, some sort of creepy one. The fact that it dissolved is eerie. Like it left no corpse. That's not normal for Nagas. But the kind of water is still. The plants have withered away and they're no longer offering their luminescence. The blue ones as well at this point are withering away. Though I'm not going to do all of that for each of those little ones. And the cavern goes quiet.
Anything of interest in this cavern?
There are coins scattered about the place. The vines are coming out of this central pool, which looks, now that you can kind of get a long look down, very deep, deeper than you can see.
Good thing we got
Like
water
vines
breathing.
crawling up across the sides. Otherwise, like there's a few things scattered around that we will deal with next time. we'll go ahead and end there.
All right.
Just-
I want to blow up this cave. I want to
And-
blow it up.
Just as an aside, I gave Sven 5 HP back from lay on hands.
Sure. So Sven
Oh,
comes back to
5?
consciousness.
Perfect. I will give myself 5 HP.
It's worth noting. Stabilizing doesn't give hit points back, so you would have still been unconscious until this point.
Yeah, it's just so he doesn't have to roll death saving throws.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well,
Yeah,
well done.
upon-
Rolling. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, upon stabilizing, as he lurches back to consciousness, he crawl up on his hands and knees and get himself. And as he crawls up, he reverts to his Goliath form. You guys see it happen just like very naturally.
We'll deal with the aftermath of that
Yes.
next time.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was
All
fun.
right.
That was
That
crazy.
was
That was
Wild.
wow.